So it tells me the odds of me building a thermonuclear reactor in D&D are low.
Yes.
They aren't zero.
Nilch. No. Zilch.
Zilch.
Zilch. I will actively work against you if you try and pursue the atom.
Hey, hey, I'm skipping over coal. The-
No, you can't skip over coal.
No, I'm skipping over coal.
You can't skip over Cole. Cole is a nice guy. You cannot skip over him. He
I
likes to
don't-
be included.
I don't give a damn about coal.
Sake.
Oh my.
That was such a
I'm so glad we have 0 viewers right now.
They don't have to suffer this.
Says the stream isn't working for some reason. It says the video download was cancelled. Wait, what? That's weird.
It's because we don't have a thermonuclear reactor powering the stream.
Someone has already hosted. Josh. Thanks, Josh. Is it working though?
No, it says reload player.
Don't you swear at us,
Now
Josh.
it's working. Sorry, what?
Don't stick your
Okay.
fingers up at us. That's rude in the UK. Don't stick your
Okay.
fingers
It's
up at us. Yeah, that.
No, isn't it rude if you just do the two fingers together?
No, it's apart.
Yeah,
It's
no,
that.
Oh,
specifically apart, yeah.
oh, I thought they were together.
No, 'cause
Right.
it's to symbolise pinning back on an archery bowstring.
Yeah. That I knew.
Oh, horizontally?
Yep.
Well, we tend to do it like that because
Yeah.
it's flipping the V, but it doesn't
Ah.
really matter what direction you do it in. If you want to do peace, it's got to be fingers out.
Thanks for the host.
Interesting.
That-
I would definitely have gotten beaten up a couple of times accidentally. Because besides this or this, like, that's also like, yo, see ya.
Things started.
It would be a bit like that scene in Mr. Bean where he's driving down the high street going like this to everyone.
Was that in the 7 Years' War? I think.
The 100 Years War.
Oh yeah, the 100 Years' War.
Which lasted
Our War of the
more
French
than
went
100
a long
years.
time. Oh yeah, our War of the French just didn't stop
Yeah, the French would
Until
cut
then-
off. Yeah, the
until
French
they
would
needed
cut
our
off-
help. That was basically when we stopped.
Wait,
the Fre-
you mean
the
we're not
French would
still at
cut
war
off
with
the
them?
fingers. The French would cut off the fingers from the British archers, so as a taunt they would just throw the fingers.
We have
I've still got my fingers and will shoot you.
we have 4 live views right now, by the way.
British longbowmen were terrifying.
Should we
Oh,
get
yeah.
started then?
Or we can do a history lesson. Yeah, let's sell some Roombas. Let's do this.
Okay, so y'all ready to start?
Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for the bam, bam?
Okay,
Copyright strike.
I mean, it's fine.
No, we tracked this. It's not actually copyrighted, that song. That's open source.
Okay, so last week you guys finally made your way back to Bath, where you spent a few hours in the King's Court, talking to him and to the council. You were thanked for saving Ragnar, and later on, during the next day, you were invited onto a celebration party for your deeds. And now you found yourselves being introduced, as well as your nicknames. And now we're back here.
Wait, we're not gonna roleplay out the party?
No, we just started they just announced it, so the party starts now.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, the announcement of the session.
And you see as fireworks start hitting the sky. What are you doing?
Are you making my way towards the nearest alcohol?
The near-
We'll be joining Hamish in his pursuits for such alcohol.
I mean, you guys right now are in the VIP stand, so you have access to the good stuff.
Nice. I will take out a little knife and some mushrooms, and when I get to a solid place to chop them up, I will chop and sort of compress so that they're like little tablets, and hand them out to anyone who is interested.
All in.
Are you doing the posh equivalent of spiking the punch, Josh?
Yes.
I'm not going to be spiking the punch. They will be coming to me for the punch because they will get spiked.
He is the punch.
And punch.
The final form of
Are you
the-
punching him with a punch?
Yeah, I wanna like stare at the firework and start doing the mental math to figure out where the hell they're being launched from.
Make a perception.
Can it be investigation?
Nah, perception.
Because I'm doing the math.
Still perception. Because you have to perceive. Is Sam here? I see him online, but I haven't heard him speak yet.
No, I am not I am raw calculus. but-
Sam?
I'm
Uh,
here.
Ah, sorry. You're always so.
Why didn't you just let me roll investigation?
You think it's somewhere around the capital.
Okay.
Just let me roll investigation.
Nah.
It would have been a 6 then?
Okay. You find the alcohol and you can drink. I mean, it doesn't really affect you at this point, Nick.
It's not gonna stop me trying, alright? I'm gonna
Ah.
ask for the strongest alcohol they have.
Hamish, man, are you interested in diving down a different path of inebriation?
You know, as strange as it's gonna sound, I like having control of my body. You know what I mean? I like it to leave it unmuddled. I
Absolutely.
know I like to get drunk, but that's different. I'm a dwarf. It's a heritage. It's part of my heritage.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Well, if you ever feel the need to actually feel the effects of some kind of alcohol besides whatever that is in the flask that you carry around and have to resupply every once in a while, let me know, man. I have some remedies for that. The natural world is a beautiful thing.
It's a very kind offer, but for now, I'm just gonna try and get pissed.
Ah, right. Not mad, just drunk. Gotcha. Cool. Gotcha, man.
Okay. Matt, Sam, Mike, Flint. Is the party struggling with finding what things to do?
You know what? Fine. I would like to take one of the drug shrooms.
Yeah. I'm in.
I hate having control of my body.
Alrighty, man. Well, hey, if you want like an interesting kind of experience, take one. If you want a ridiculously over the top experience, take two. The doctor, myself. Wait, no, I'm not a doctor. I will not prescribe more than two for a normal size, normal metabolism individual. However, if you are feeling frisky and sort of want to experience death in a different way, man, three might be your way to go.
Well, I was
You
going to
go, Dad?
ask what would you take if you were suicidal. Give me the 3.
Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. Give me 2.
I'm a
Okay.
bad influence on the party.
says the guy who's being given drugs by the druid.
Hey, Tony does cocaine. You can't really go worse.
Corey,
alright,
Tony,
I
that's
will-
cocaine.
I will
Arrows in
Hand-
for 2.
I will hand out 2 to Hamish. I will do 2.5 to to Thori because I don't wish him to absolutely explode in a ball of fire.
Can I
Um,
understand that it is not the correct
That's
portion
rated to
size?
different.
Make an insight check.
Can I make a sleight of hand against that?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
What happens then?
I mean, it's a nat 1, so they instantly phase.
I failed.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
Those were shitty ass rolls. I need to show this to the audience because
I just want to
I'm
say,
trying to
three
understand
perception,
how this
three-
plays out because it's got to be the most
So-
obvious thing trying to cover.
for
this
our
up.
5 viewers,
Somehow-
Zay was able to roll a nat 1 to check if Josh was lying to him, and Josh rolled a 2 plus 1 to trick him.
If I'd done performance or persuasion or deception or just any charisma, it wouldn't be a question. I have a larger bonus in those.
Yep.
But nope, I chose Dex.
I would just like to say, 3 persuasion, 3 perception, 3 insight, 3 sleight of hand, strong 3.
As long as it's not 666, it's fine. If it's 666, we'll summon Cthulhu. That's how D&D works. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Oh god, no. I wanted the I fucked Cthulhu song.
Oh my god. Zay.
Um,
There is an actual song. There is an actual song.
That is an actual song.
I'll put that in
Oh my
general for
God.
those who haven't heard to listen to.
the
it.
last
No, put it after the session, please. I'm not gonna put that during
No,
this.
I'm
I will
gonna
be,
put it in general.
Oh, in general, yeah, that's fine.
I will pass off the other 2 tablets that I've proposed to ARO. Hey, is anyone else interested in any of this perfunctory fun?
I don't think I'll partake. After experimenting with that potion on the boat, I'm not keen to relive my childhood.
I turns into a
And,
turtle.
Yes, I think I would have
fully
preferred
respect
that.
that, man. I fully respect that, man. Yeah, no, definitely don't want any of those kinds of unnecessary feelings. We're just trying to have a good time.
So,
Also, suggestion: don't get too crossed on this stuff, man. It tends to give like negative effects if you get too crossed.
what is the right way to take this? All at once? 5 minutes in between?
That is truly up to you, man, because your body will process through it at your normal metabolism rate and be able to experience the enhanced full ability at a like 15 or 20 minute mark after taking your first dose.
So you're
So if
saying
you want a
this-
stronger, then you double down. If you want a stronger, you triple down.
so it is up to me.
Yes.
I will go see if the bar has Jägermeister. I'll be back.
Oh God.
God.
I hadn't had a Jaeger bomb in a while.
Yeah, I miss
That's a good
Jaeger.
thing.
Because you drink Jaeger bombs when you've drunk way too much already. That's the when you start drinking Jaeger bomb.
You only drink Jaeger
Yeah.
when you're drunk.
Yeah.
That's like high school karaoke Thursdays.
Your high school karaoke Thursdays were wild. Thanks, Cross, for the host.
How much would it take to have an out-of-body experience?
It depends on your mental state, man, because I sometimes find that one just does me fine, but sometimes you kind of need two. But how are you feeling right now, man?
What do you mean by feel? I don't feel, I think.
Okay, two it is, man. I hand over another two.
How many do I take if I want to see?
666.
I need another.
How many do I have to take if I would
And
like
the ability
see
to
a-
multi-class into Warlock.
How many would I have to take if I wanted to see Asmodeus?
Oh, that
that
9.
may be
No.
accomplished
9.
No,
without
no.
the drugs.
Asmodeus has a different name in this campaign.
However, Asmodeus is usually a single full kind of deal. You're diving head first. You're going to the realms of hell, man. Like that's a full mushroom kind of deal, man.
9. You take 9.
That's a bad trip. In every sense of the word.
1 per level of hell.
Yeah.
If
Exactly.
you are trying to absorb these as fast as possible, perhaps taking them as a suppository would heighten the effects.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
This is why he doesn't have a medical license.
It's medical research.
I cannot promise there would be no severe side effects, of course, but it would probably be quite funny.
I am fully convinced now that that Faust is a PhD doctor, not an MD.
That's actually probably
Oh
closer
my
to it.
god.
He is very, very good at the theoretical, but when it comes to the actual performance, he's a
Okay.
little bit more open to the
Yeah.
sides of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I
Although he's
find
an amazing
Jaeger-
dentist.
Do I find
kinda wanna see
Jägermeister at the
Faust.
bar?
I kind of want to see Faust take some levels to Fleshsmith.
Also want to. The Artificer Surplus, I also want to see that.
That would be kind of great.
That would be kind of cool.
The what is it, like, perfection of mind seems like
Yeah.
a good side for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. I need to.
It's all about changing your body so it can become perfected. That seems really fast. Do I find any Jägermeister?
Yeah, there's a couple of drinks on those.
There's Jaeger?
Yeah, there's Jaeger.
Alright.
Now, what about Red Bull?
They don't have Red Bull. They have a different thing here.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
I
what's the energy drink equivalent in this world?
Is there coffee?
Thor's hammer.
I'm sorry. What?
Sorry, Achilles hammer.
Achilles hammer.
Okay.
Hercules hammer?
Achilles. The Thor is Hercules in this campaign.
Ah.
Okay, so I take the shrooms, and I take the shot of Jaeger, and I wait for death.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
I would
God.
like to observe him, like partially to make sure he doesn't die, but also like
Scientific
because I
research.
want to see what happens.
I will be taking
Well,
half.
I
one of
mean,
these.
you're talking to a wall, thinking it's a man at this point.
I would also like to take a second shot of Jaeger.
Might I also had a very handsome man.
Can you actually pick up your glass to take a shot of Jaeger at this
Yeah,
Question: Can I
ma-
still drink Jaeger?
make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can grab it.
If I can't, Algia will give me the shot of glass.
Shot
Dexterity
of
sa-
glass?
I'm
You're gonna
sorry.
be drinking
my,
glass?
my mind kind of stopped working for
Oh
a
God.
moment. Sleight of
He's
hand?
not a tiefling, he's half
Yeah,
goat.
sleight of hand. Yeah, you're able to grab the glass.
I can still drink Jaeger, fuckers.
Make another Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my God. What did I get my party into?
In a very sad turn of events, the handsome man now looks like Papa.
Oh no.
I
Tony's daddy issues are gonna come. I wasn't expecting them so soon.
AR will have both his doses.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw as well.
Okay. Sorry, it's just.
That's
Ooh.
13.
Mike's doing well. Mike's doing well. I mean, 13. You're brought back to your past before the whole portal shit.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
Sorry, is just at the wall. Why? You didn't have to stop me. Why would you stop? I could have helped.
I'll
Naldo-
take I'll take mine and wash it down with the strongest dwarven whiskey they have.
I mean, make a Constitution saving throw, but the DC is like 2 for you, so you're fine.
By the end of the night, we're gonna have killed Cthulhu.
Naldo will take 1 dose.
Okay, Constitution saving throw.
You see, Naldo is a responsible drug dealer. He does not overindulge on his product.
I mean,
Exactly.
actually, something interesting happens. Everyone deafened for a while.
Oh, he's meeting Cthulhu.
Oh, if he told me it was
This is
Cthulhu.
what happens when I take my own product.
Who's not deafened? I think that's Sam? Or is it Mike?
Sam.
Okay. As you take your shot and your doses, you are awake, but you're not really there. You see the same location, but there is no castle, there is no walls, there's just a hill. On this hill, you see a man. He looks grayish in skin, with curly platinum hair, wearing a set of black clothes and holding a cane. On his back, you see what it looks like to be a lute. Besides him, some figures stand. A yellow one, a purple one, a red one, a white one, a green one, and a black one. Have I said them all? What colors did I say?
Purple, yellow, white, black, green, red.
And blue. There's 7.
Yellow, purple, white, black, green, red, blue.
They're all dressed in those sort of colors. Their skin also appears to be on the same color. You hear the man say, "Emmy, it's time." And you wake up back at the party. Still drunk, but that's what you see.
What do... Okay, alrighty.
Shamshbach. That was quick. Just missing on Tom has already come, and now we're waiting on
So
Mi-
how was
Mikey.
the Uber?
very handsome.
Ah. It's the
Naldo,
tentacles.
Naldo just has a quizzical, sort of fading into blank expression on his face, staring off at nothing in particular, just over the heads of all of the crowd. And, well, doesn't seem to be present.
All right.
I am really glad I didn't try that stuff. You guys are fucked.
Am I getting any effects whatsoever?
No. No, it's
Fan fucking tastic.
Or just yelling at the wall. Why, Dad?
Nick, you
Yeah.
as the party's going on, you start noticing that it's time.
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 To go
Time.
fuck that girl.
Going
Oh.
backwards.
Fuck! I forgot about that. That's right.
Do you want me to put on a wig so you can court me properly, or
Hey! I'm
I-
a professional actor.
I don't have a wig, but I will put like a t-shirt over my head to pretend I'm a girl.
God, why?
Oh,
Why?
classic TikTok fashion. Right.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Do it. For the
Naldo.
whole play.
Naldo for
So,
most
so
of
I
the
just
rest
need to
of
get
the
into
party
character.
is very much out of it and seems like his mind is
You're not supposed to tie it.
3 realms away.
It's not a do-rag. You don't tie it. Yeah, like that.
Hey,
don't tie
you
it.
don't
It's
know
not
what the
a
dwarven fashions are like. There we go.
It's a shawl.
Great.
it's
I'm
What
dating
we
Mildred.
Jews might call a schmata.
You
You
look
s-
like my late aunt Mildred. Right, let's go.
Wait, let me put it like this.
Hamish doesn't say that to her. That's not a good line. Right,
She takes you to
no,
this
let's date in a decade. Let's do this.
Oh dear, don't be worried. I'll take you somewhere nice, somewhere different. You see, as she takes you to the streets, through the streets. At some point, you don't exactly know where you are, and you reach this small pub, the Dark Alcove. As you walk inside, you see people of maybe more dubious backgrounds, but they all seem to know her. She orders a glass of scotch as she sits down on the table.
You'll have the strongest liquor you have. Make it a double.
The man pours almost watery look like drink. You're not sure what it is. It smells strong.
Thank you. I go join her at the table. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Oh, well, there's not much to know. I was born here, bred here, married here, divorced here, and work here. My whole life has been a bit around the magical items. How about you, Hamish?
Well, I've been pretty much everywhere in the realms. My job takes me sort of wherever the job's required. Is it really hot in here? Is it just me? So
I'm playing with my hair.
I noticed. Right. I'm a bounty hunter, I suppose is the trade I usually go by. I track down dangerous beings, creatures, just whatever is troubling people at the time. I tend not to stay in one place for very long. I've never settled down.
Roll performance for me.
Still at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
I will do it at the normal this time, just for this. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
Okay. You see, as she sort of like leans forward, and some cleavage is starting to being shown. Wait,
How? Shit.
and her fingers like start tippy tapping on the table and reach your hand slightly, going up it and touching your arm every so softly. Josh's face. Josh is listening to this and
Josh is visibly hurt.
I hope my girlfriend isn't seeing this. She was seeing last
I
week's.
really hope she is. But
I hope she is.
then I'll get my vengeance later through her. Right. So how did you learn your craft? Because you got, from what I've seen, you're rather good at it.
Nice. That was smooth. I will say that was smooth. Well, mother taught it to me when I was just a young dwarf, in my 60s, and ever since that I've been perfecting the trading, the making of some magical items. I still can't make anything, well, too expensive, but I can already make some uncommon sort of things properly. How about you, Hamish? What does a bounty hunter come to this big city? And as she takes her hand all the way up to your shoulder. Are you okay, Matt? Are you all right, Matt?
Yeah. Well, I was on a boat with with the prince, and some guys attacked, and we might have accidentally saved him. So we got invited to spend the night at the palace.
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 Make a second performance check. Normal roll still. Okay, she seems interested enough. It's been a while since she's been with seen another wood dwarf. A bit pissed. Well, the night goes on, and she talks a bit about her life, about her craft. Zay, you okay? And well, it's getting late. Should we go somewhere else?
Aye, that'd be grand. Aye.
She takes you back to a small room above the magic shop. There, she pours 2 glasses of wine. What are you doing?
I'll drink the wine.
I got this from a man back in Kina, and she clicks on a button on some sort of contraption, and light music starts playing. So, Hamish, how good are you with your hands since you're a crafter?
Well, I'd like to think I'm pretty good. I might be a bit out of practice in some areas, but I'm a quick study.
So you'd say you're quite handy.
Say I was. This is Hamish being nervous, by the way.
Thought you were being nervous of flirting with me. For a second, I felt sad. Welcome to the worst case scenario, says Josh. Okay. She takes a step closer to you. Would you like to show me your handiwork? Josh, don't stop drinking so slowly.
Certainly, what would you like my hand with?
Surprise me.
Mm.
What would you
Are
like?
we going to take them back at any point?
We're gonna stop at some point. What can you show me with your hands then?
I slowly slide my hand around the back of her, pull her closer towards me, and kiss her.
Ooh, how'd you kiss her? How'd you kiss her? Just describe that. I'm curious. Tongue, no tongue, slowly, fast, deep.
Put a performance check into this, and then awkwardly, embarrassingly, I start crying halfway through. Guilt because of my late wife. My tongue darts in and out like an eel.
I mean, she digs the helpless youngling in dire need of human contact or dwarvish contact.
I'm 382.
Next to her, you're a child.
I got my age right.
And she takes you back to her bedroom, and you do the deed. Whilst this is going, what is everyone else doing?
Holy shit.
Oh.
I face palmed more than 5 minutes than during that scene.
Here's the thing.
I imagine Tom looks like his the Discord chat title the whole way through that. I'm just bursting with laughter.
Wait, what did Sam send?
Have I?
Ainsley
Yeah, boy. Here's the thing. If this was not a stream, I would make him do all the sweet pillow talk. All of it.
Thank goodness for all the people watching. I couldn't be more thankful for you and your continued support. Please come every week to save me from Josh.
From Josh?
And Frank.
Hey.
And Frank and all the others. Sorry, I'm a bit turned around, Josh.
He said turned. He said turned, and I was expecting a different preposition afterwards. I was turned on.
That was
I read your name on my screen as I was doing that. So I was trying to avoid making eye contact with Frank.
That was too much. That was way too much.
So
Oh.
since you mentioned like kind
Spectre, thank you for the host, by the way.
Since you mentioned me sort of tripping back to the day, I think that kind of makes me start thinking about hanging out with my buddy, my best friend, and getting into trouble.
Yep.
I'm gonna start wandering around places I might not supposed to be.
Okay. Roll
Do
Probably
just roll a
sort of
d20.
stealth.
Just roll a
Okay,
d20.
okay. Let me get that out. D20.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Okay, let's wait for a while, see if anything happens.
All right.
I'll tell you in a bit if anything happens. Okay. Everyone else? Who's not drunk or inebriated or having sex? Hot, steamy dwarvish sex.
Have I travelled into the Shadow Realm yet with my drug abuse, or is it just like not happened?
Have you rolled Constitution?
I will roll Constitution.
I mean,
Oh wow.
I don't know if it's the imp's blood flowing in you, but you're handling this pretty well.
What is this
Fine,
weak
that-
nonsense? I'm gonna look for more.
you'll find more.
Nick, why are you rolling sleight of hand while you're having sex?
I'm just gonna keep rolling innocuous rolls just to freak people out.
I
No,
mean,
I just wanted to know for character reference how well I did. Performance 7, sleight of hand 21. All good.
I mean, now you need to check
So
for
she
the.
doesn't notice how good you're actually doing.
Yeah, she.
No, one's the actual deed, the other one's foreplay.
No, this is the thing. He takes the bra without she noticing him taking the bra. That's how good Hamish is.
Body knock, man. Do you
Just
want
completely moving on.
another slightly more intense dose?
Do you mean you were holding back on me all this time? This is serious research I'm doing.
My friend, you really should try the red mushroom. I pull out a mushroom that looks almost as like red as flowing blood, but it's a little bit more. It's not as vibrant, but it definitely has that kind of look. Like it was grown in a cavern where there was some kind of odd infusion going.
Oh God. That's I mean, with that intimidation roll, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that you're bottom for this session. Oh God.
Ugh.
Roll acrobatics.
Please tell me I didn't get pegged, because
Oh no. She's not into that. You're just like lying down. Has her hand is like holding your neck as she's riding you.
okay. You name a hardy lad.
Her husband is definitely into getting paid.
But how long can you hold your breath?
I've got high con, so 4 minutes.
It's stop! What the fuck? The glint is out the fuck!
Lungs.
Oh my!
Well put, Tom.
Oh my!
Alright, I'm just gonna roll a couple of con to see how long I last. Okay,
Not long, apparently.
not long.
I mean, you last longer than her husband.
So what's that? 2 rounds?
Yeah, 2
12
rounds.
seconds.
Oh no, because you know, with like stamina checks, that's like for long distances walking or whatever. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
every half hour or hour, depending on the terrain.
Oh.
PowerPoint.
Difficult
So
terrain. So that's like yeah.
I mean,
every hour?
in dwarvish
Yeah.
terms, you're having
2
sexual.
hours.
In dwarvish terms, you're having sexual intercourse with a cougar. Like in dwarvish
How old is
age.
she?
She's older than you. You'd consider her a cougar, so you do the
Okay.
math.
Yeah, but how old?
It's a designation.
You can ask her while you're doing the deed.
I'm not asking a woman her age during bed. I'm not an idiot.
You might get thunderbolted after that, but you know.
Aye.
Okay, everyone wants to do anything at the party, or are we just gonna skip to the next day?
I'm gonna go ahead and eat that
still yelling at
mushroom,
the
I
wall.
think.
Yeah.
After
Oh,
handing over
Tom is
the-
here.
I
He's-
have been
handing
here,
over the
but
red mushroom, I will phase back into semi-consciousness.
What you gonna do, Tom? Then?
meanwhile, I'm at the bar.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can I get a shandy and some sausages for Sir Francis?
Sausages.
Shush.
Well, I can give you some sausages if you wish. You are from the VIP group, so they'll be free. And he gives them to you.
It's the bartender sloshed.
Thanks
Some
very much.
sausages.
Everyone
He's
slosh.
got a list.
I'm currently eating steak.
It might actually be Toulouse from Moulin Rouge.
When you work at a bar, you drink more than the customers.
That's the Portuguese way. If you go to like a normal like village bar, you go there and every time the barkeep serves a drink, he pours one to himself.
Yep.
Anything else go on?
With you didn't end up crossing anyone interesting. Tom, what were you saying? You want to do something else?
While all this like craziness with dates and drugs and the rest that's going on, I'm just sat in the corner with Sir Francis, just eating sausages and drinking like shandy. That's pretty much it.
You see as a letter arrives for you, Tom, by it looks like a bird that is made out of paper, a paper bird. As you open
So,
it,
an origami?
there's a beautiful letter from a name you haven't heard in a while. Agatha. She's just relating.
I'm glad I'm not the only one getting talked.
She's just relating her past few months away from you. Past few
I
weeks.
skimmed to the end. I read the name. And then it's not by.
Oh my god! I'm gonna swarm you with letters.
You've just created a BBEG, you know?
Imagine if that was like, you know, like, listen, Flint, the world is in danger. This is the...
Look, we had sex on the first date.
What if it
I
was
don't
a
know what she was
nude?
expecting.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
It was a nude.
A nude port.
He's not about that life.
A nude portrait.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, I'd say
That
the,
used to happen.
the night goes on, and you all
One-
drink, party,
One other
do other things. Yes, Josh?
I made a wisdom saving throw. I'm going to snap out of my trance, make my way off of whatever balcony or raised platform or the area that we're traditionally in, and make my way over down to this area in the city at a slow and uncaring pace. I am not watching where I'm going. I am just slowly making my way there in a bit of a monotonous stupor.
Okay.
Throughout the whole time, I'm trying to reach out mentally to try and understand what I saw.
You could make an insight check to see if you can figure out anything
I'm
besides what you already know.
right. So it's essentially what people will hear from the outside is me talking to someone else who's not there, who's definitely not there. Like I'm not being quiet about it.
This isn't anything new for you, though.
I'm crying at the wall.
You figure out this is Ancient history.
Ancient history.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it takes me, whether I figure out it's ancient history. By the time I reach there,
It takes a while. You start like going through all the mental notes you have, and then you remember that this kingdom was formed 800 years ago, and the capital as well.
okay. Well, then for my time outside, I will completely unload myself of the stuff I'm carrying. I will place it into a bag, or just bundle up all of that stuff, and I will go down to just a set of trousers. I will be wearing nothing else, and no matter what the temperature is outside, I'm going to go into a cross-legged meditation pose. And
Make a Constitution saving throw for that, because it is winter. I mean, during the night, you will take a total of 11 cold damage.
okay.
Okay.
And the rest of the night is spent shivering my ass off as I try and concentrate and fail to concentrate on what the fuck just happened.
The night goes by. All of you have your good and bad moments, and
How long until like the ones who are high?
it's gonna.
High.
It will take you like 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, as long as I expect.
I guess I'll add like what I was doing in this time was like like taking research measurements on Thori, like like physiologically to see how like this cocktail of fucking drugs is affecting him. So
I kept drowning Jaeger.
Yeah, at some point you pass out. You all wake up in the morning.
Could not. The golem gave Jaeger to him.
You all wake up in the morning, back at the castle. You have no recollection how you got here, except for Matt.
Right. How did we get there?
I will whisper it to you.
Fair.
Hold on, I didn't take any form of effective inebriation.
I mean,
You had the biggest sort of inebriation there is.
Sex.
Okay. Do I take a point of exhaustion, by the way?
No.
Fucking one word.
Yeah, I said in one word. Oh god.
You have enough time, like, since you recovered.
What was that?
It didn't take that long, so
What was that?
What's sorry, Tom?
that's what it is.
Increase Tom's sound a bit more. Okay.
Sorry, you. It's just that like I don't know. You're a little bit like muffled, I guess.
Muffled and quiet.
I'm using the same mic. Okay. That's
Ah.
fine, don't worry.
When you lean forward, it's fine. It was when you're leaning back.
Oh.
Hold on, are you in the blue anchor?
No, I feel them.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you were in blue anchor, and I thought you got the blinds I've been asking for 2 years, and I was getting slightly annoyed
Oh.
that you finally got
We
them.
do have new blinds.
You are in BOA.
Oh my.
Cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. It's the morning. You wake up. What are you doing?
I'll, I guess, convene with everyone.
I trust you all enjoyed yourselves last night.
Oh yes, I had some excellent sausages.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Flint would presumably know. How
Yeah. If Flint didn't drink.
because he was just having some nice sausages with his dragony friend.
So Francis. Okay.
That one word. So all of you wake up. What are you doing then?
I'm making breakfast.
Roll a performance on that. And I will give you advantage because you're feeling happy today. It's
You
pretty
come
good.
down wearing like a red t-shirt, like in Parks and Rec.
I should have
I'm wearing my kilt and the normal cross, but like rather than my armor, I'm just wearing like a shirt, like undone, like a bit too far.
I should have made
Like-
him do the shame walk all the way back from Bath.
Shame. Actually, I am feeling a little bit. Also, if she's older than me, like I'm not young for a dwarf.
Yeah.
I'm in like my 60s.
Yeah, I know.
In dwarf terms.
And she's in her
Okay.
90s.
And I think you fucked your granny.
Gilf.
Gilf, yeah.
When you get to that age, like someone that's a granny isn't that much older than you, like relatively.
Yeah.
Tom, what are you implying?
Well, you know, like
Dwarves have a long fucking life.
yeah, 20 years.
A long fucking life or a long life of fucking?
Both.
Same thing. Okay. So, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm going to arrive late and hungover. Hello, what happened?
You got a very, very high pass, and then passed out, and then your robot waterboarded you with alcohol.
Yes, you spent most of the evening having a seemingly enthralling conversation with the wall.
That is interesting.
Would your robot do like room service? Because
What
now
do you
those veggie sausages are ready, and he's not here.
Sure. And he takes the veggie sausages.
She takes them to the room. Josh?
Oh no.
How long until I tell him?
How long until I realize
How long until we tell him?
He's realized he's not.
He's just muted.
They're gonna know.
That was the point.
How will they know?
You don't hear anything, the door's locked.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was a little bit too meta.
Too meta.
Too meta.
Too meta.
There's no such thing as too meta.
Yeah, no, door's locked. There's no response.
She leaves the plane at the door and goes back down.
Okay.
You guys look pretty rough. What did you get up to? I didn't really see you.
We got high.
Well,
might
you
have,
got
but
high.
I didn't feel a bloody thing.
I didn't feel anything either.
Fine. I got high and drunk and waterboarded.
Again?
Sounds like an average Tuesday for you.
In that order. This time.
What do you mean this time?
Not important for now. The story for later. When I'm drunk again. Was there another tiefling at the party? Was I talking to a tiefling?
You were talking to the wall.
Ah, it was the entire time?
I mean, I had torch brackets that kind of looked like horns. I can kind of see where you might get confused, but hey.
I vaguely remember speaking with my father. Well,
Yes,
it was only an hallucination.
That did seem to be who you thought the wall was. I
give him an extra rasher of bacon.
I was hesitant to ask about that.
village is only a wall. Was the wall attractive at the very least?
Asked the dwarf, but the dwarf wasn't watching.
Was
See-
the wall attractive?
But you thought the wall was your.
I'm not saying.
Don't go there. Don't. Just Faust. Just don't.
That is not
Don't
my idea.
psychoanalyze. Right.
He's
point in-
Faust is like blue screening a little bit, like he's overthinking but trying not to, and just.
Yeah. I see you having a meltdown. I see Faust about. I see Naldo about to overshare, and I go. So I went on a date last night.
At this point, you see a small vine poke up above the windowsill, move its way in the house, and then just plop down on the windowsill and start growing.
Well,
Scheiße,
that's
we have-
strange.
We have a weed infestation.
Should we like
Oh,
burn
yeah,
it?
I've got this, guys. Oh yeah, ignite a fireball. Fireball.
Fireball!
Sorry, too far. Too far. Fireball. I'll just throw the fireball at this little weed.
As you're going to throw the firebolt, you see another firebolt coming in from the corridor and hitting the vine.
But
When the vine
And you
starts-
see the changeling boy walking in.
when the vine starts to burn away, another bunch of vines just come over the windowsill and do the same thing.
The boy doesn't speak, but he looks behind, and Grises walks in and is like, "Oh, so this is what you told me about, boy.
Scheiße.
What's
I need to
happening?"
get my poison. We
Well,
have a
first
weed
off, have you been
infestation.
teaching the kid how to make firebolt?
No. Not entirely.
Have you been teaching him how to do fireball, but he's been failing?
Well, let's just say he can't really control the direction yet.
Of
Did
the
you say
ball or the
erection
ball?
or direction?
Direction.
Okay.
We're talking.
Can know his direction though?
It's not what it sounded like.
Just let me know if it lasts for longer than 4 hours.
Right, kiddo, I'm gonna give you one lesson, alright?
You can do this
If you ever
already.
teach
Show them, kid.
you-
And the kid like kind of opens the door in front of him, walks through the door, and appears on the other side of the room.
Well, like, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up, actually. I was gonna say, if he ever teaches you how to teleport, remember, don't be a dick about it.
Is the small child using dimension though?
The child says, "Yes."
Wait, the child just spoke?
Children do
He's
tend
spoken
to do that,
before, he's a
yes.
child.
Has he? I do not remember.
He has not spoken since Thori has been here.
Exactly. I thought he was racist.
I don't like to speak too much. I like to keep for myself since my parents died.
His parents died?
That's before your time. We killed those responsible, it's alright. Right.
And the world clock started running again after that. Oops, sorry, I need to do some chores. And he walks away.
At this point, there is a potted plant of thyme that is just growing out of control next to the stove and is starting to creep closer and closer to the fire, where if no one notices, you might be smelling some burnt thyme soon.
That's it. Hamish, we need a weed killer.
It's fine. You
Hey,
see as
we
Grease
have too
says,
much time on our hands all of
you
a
see as
sudden.
Grease says, snaps his fingers, and the whole spell sort of like falls down.
It's the 8-hour version of plant growth.
Yeah,
which
it's
means
just- it's just-
over a year.
He's just casting dispel magic.
But I'm not in the room.
It's Greases, and he has full control of the castle.
Fair enough.
Is the castle actually just a demi-plane which Grease is completely controlled?
I will not comment on that.
Because that would not surprise me.
It's not as if the spell is off, but within the castle it's not growing. It just grows around the castle.
Right, and that's why the vines are draping over and in.
Yeah, but at this point, the vines don't get in the castle, like through the windows or anything. They just like keep going through the walls.
The magic of recess
Yeah.
protects us.
It
Okay,
doesn't
so
like
they-
supercharge them. They just grow twice as well.
But outside.
It's it's making a good harvest as opposed to taking a building down with killer vines.
Oh yeah, no. As
I think you
as,
just wanted to
uh,
make it like, nice and verdant, like around the whole castle, right?
Exactly.
Now I just need
Well,
to.
You
Now I.
basically go around with a pot of magic grow.
Now I just need to have a trim afterwards, but I'll have the changeling do that. He's good at handiwork.
Why did you say
that statement needs never to come out of your mouth again, Frank.
Why?
You're the one who made it sexualized, not me.
Greases.
For a change.
Why
Good
did
true.
the child say the engines of the world started ticking again? What kind of drugs is he on? Because I want some.
You can make an inside check on that.
No, I'm asking Greases.
Does Grissus not?
Oh,
realize-
Greases. I thought you said Hamish.
No, I said Greases.
I don't know what drugs he's on.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go upstairs and check. him out, because
Well,
I'm gonna guess it's him.
I'd say it's just a ramble of a young child.
What kind of children have you ever seen?
Can I insight check that? Because
Yeah, you
that
can.
seems like he's fucking lying.
Yeah, you can make an inside check on that.
Johnny's not smart enough to inside check.
Oh.
You don't know how much he's. You don't know if he's lying, but you feel like he's not telling you everything.
He's being a sarcastic cunt,
Yeah.
definitely.
There's something going on there for sure.
Why does no one trust Greases?
It's because you suddenly changed your whole demeanor with that question.
Why does no one ever trust the slightly perverted flying everywhere entity that owns our house?
Teleport wherever
Yeah,
you
like,
want.
the demigod, like seemingly demigod level power fucking lad who just into the castle casually.
I want to like perform
He's
the
Hugh
secret-
Hefner with magic powers,
basically.
which is a terrifying thought.
It is
I
very
will-
terrifying.
I want to perform the secret tiefling handshake and stare him in the eyes while I do it.
Okay, he
I
does.
will know if I will know if he is telling the truth.
You do it.
I have
You're
no
not sure.
idea.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
Well,
So,
if that would be all, or do you have any other questions for me before I head to my duties?
What are your duties?
Several.
No, he asked what they were, not how many there were.
I know what he asked.
How many of them are sexual?
Per day or per week? You know what? I will not answer that.
Better to ask how many aren't.
Per hour.
Per hour? Let's say 99% of them are not sexual.
Per hour?
Per hour.
Any hour of the day or this specific hour?
Just because you were talking to your dad last night doesn't mean you need to ask me questions about existential crisis.
Oh, what's that?
I saw everything. By the way, nice one. As Hamish goes, by the way, nice one, Hamish.
Wait, Greases, you saw my dad?
Can we stop sexualizing Thori's father, please?
I saw you talk to a wall. Whether it was your dad or not, I'm not entirely sure.
You did not see him.
Well, any questions?
That you didn't answer my question.
Any questions I want to answer?
I think Greases can see our drug visions.
I don't suppose you have any leads or ideas where to start looking for this Jack. This black tabaxi.
Or more amulet parts.
You see him like flick his fingers and a book opens midair. Purple, as well as the color of like Grease's whole attire. I don't know the location of Jack. The sword, however, there might be someone who knows a bit about it.
What? The sword.
The sword, the katana you have.
Sword.
Oh yeah.
Ah, so
His name is the Historian.
Creative.
He
descriptive.
he works around Murumure. Would be a good place to find him. And the katanas are from there, so probably would be a great place to find him.
Can someone remind me where we got this sword? Like, how does it connect to Jack?
Basement?
It was in the basement.
It was no. The katana
It was
was
in the
behind the
library.
painting. Yep, behind the painting in the library.
Oh yeah. That was a while ago.
It's like session 1.
That
That
was
was
It's
here.
been a
Session 2, 'cause it was
while.
my introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I just know about the source because of the other campaign.
Hmm.
I know they exist.
About Jack. Hmm. Maybe go here. And he places a small card. It says, "Oh, I forgot the name now. I told you earlier. The place where you had your date at the pub. The black.
Just
Jeez.
black something.
Yeah, the Black Swan. Let's call it the Black Swan.
That works.
The Black Swan. Go here. Sometimes there's informants around.
Hey, Chris, one more question.
Yes.
Is everything we're made entirely out of velvet? You seem like the type.
Touch it.
Ooh,
It's the smoothest like piece of clothes you've ever touched in your life.
oh,
Is he dressed like a pimp from the 60s?
probably.
He wears like, imagine you know
Imagine he wears
those suits with like tails,
Hmm.
sort of that style, with like in very purplish colors, a white shirt, a bow tie in purple, like a dark purple, and light purple pants.
When he's around the castle, I always just imagine Greases in like a bathrobe, a velvet bathrobe, just walking around the castle with nothing.
Yeah, Hugh Hefner style. Yeah.
That's it after he does his chores.
That's
How far out is this this new destination? Like
Moromore
the world map.
by
It's not massively far.
Moromore by
Closer than when we traveled to Nîmes.
it takes about a week to reach the border from here.
Okay.
Wait,
Is it marked on the map anywhere? Or...
it's over there. It's on the green.
It's against the
Oh,
green
Green.
continent.
oh, Mori is the like.
It's a new country.
New country.
I see.
He points out you have a few routes that you can take. Wait, the map is loading for me for some reason.
Yeah.
I know it's loaded for you guys, but for me it's not. Okay.
Which route is the one where we can face the least amount of resistance?
There won't be any resistance. The countries are in good terms. You have.
Black Lotus. I'm fucking sick of getting.
I mean, either one will probably get you. You can go through Mirka, which is one of our main military cities, and then head towards there. Or you can take the more scenic route, you could say, and head to Woth, and then cross through the forest. Both of these will take around a week, though, to reach the border.
I guess the most direct route makes sense. What's the difference? Like, I mean, is there anything in Woth that?
Well, the main difference. Because I don't have the map here in Roll20 yet, on this Roll20. I have it on the other one. Give me a second. The main difference is if you go through the north, you reach this small druidic village called Nampo.
Luckily, Naldo is not here to hear this.
Whilst if you take the other route, you'll reach a slightly bigger town called Toshua.
Do you know where the historian is?
It's hard to tell. He travels a bit around all the places.
Where was he last seen?
Again, hard to say. The best place to know would be Muramuri. Track him from there.
Well, that narrows down the search area to an entire country. That's good.
At least it's one of the smaller countries.
Luckily.
Aye.
Next we get there and start asking around, we'll maybe I'll check in with this. Are the sandbaggers out that way?
Nope, the sandbaggers are back at the Knee Empire.
Wait, what if we go to this Druid village and... Well, now they will probably be friendly-ish with them. They might help. Better than strangers from a strange land.
Well, it's still a strange land, isn't it? It's Muramuri.
Yes,
But
yes,
since you have
it's
if you have a druidic friend, it might
it's
help.
a druid thing. I don't know, they can smoke mushroom together.
If we are trying to decide on a course of action, perhaps we should get Naldo's opinion.
That is a good idea.
Can I go up to the door and knock on it?
Yeah.
I'd like to go with
I
False.
left like half.
Yeah, Nick would be the first one.
So I go up
I left
and
before that entire conversation.
Nick would be the first one to knock on the door. Oh,
Finding the stairs really heavy to this morning.
there is one more thing if you want to check it out. A lead, you could call it.
But
There's a meeting happening in Bath. Not much is known about it, but you might find on it something about the Black Lotus.
what kind of meeting? Anything between the Black Lotus?
We do not know.
So a meeting. You know, a meeting is happening in the entire city.
I know the location, more or less.
That helps.
Although I can't get you in, of course, since it's only for high-end customers.
Actually, I have a map of Bath, so if you want to.
Yeah,
Mark
he places a mark on one of the highest district areas.
All right.
You might be able to find something there.
Well, so
Well, I should be heading off.
Wait,
Yes, Flint?
you seem like the kind of guy that'd be good at solving puzzles, and I feel like there's a lot of information that I have missing right now. That I haven't been able to find out myself. I've got these two riddles, you see. There's a pretty high importance that I solve them.
I love how you all I love how you all hate Grises, but at the same time, you know that he's the source of knowledge you need.
oh no, I only hate Grises in the other campaign. This campaign, I'm chill with him.
I'll share them. I'll say them out so everyone will hear them. But there's like, I don't know how to find out what this nymph is or who they are. And I don't really know how it helps.
Hey, nymph? What? What are you talking about, Flint?
I say the riddle. Sorry, I've just shared it on Roll20.
Yeah, but Thoria's like no idea what you're talking about. What is?
Oh.
Where did we hear this? What happened?
Oh right. Do you know when we were traveling on the sea? I said that I met. I was like sort of teleported away by my brothers. Is when we thought we might bump into a live dragon, and
Is that...
I wasn't especially clear about that at the time, but essentially I've been told about this rite of passage that these dragonborn go through. It's suggested that I follow it too.
Roll a persuasion, Flint.
Oh. Okay.
By the way, your draconic ancestry does not work on Grises. FYI.
What was that, sorry?
Your draconic feature does not work on Grises.
There's only one thing that makes sense. Grises is actually a dragon.
So what was it? Persuasion.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me. If Croesus turns out to be a dragon, I will
Okay, I won't tell you everything because I like to make people work a bit. However, I will tell you this. There's this goddess. Her name is Gaoth, goddess of the wind back in Murumuri. Learn about her. It will help you with the second riddle.
Hey, wait, Croesus, another question. The last one
Thank
before
you,
you go.
Croesus.
Yes?
I've got one as well.
Oh,
I'm
scheiße.
next.
So each kingdom has like their own version of gods, right? Some are
Somewhat like that.
some are like the gods of the same thing, and like, but there's, are they just different names for the same gods, or are they different gods? You seem like you'd know.
They're different.
So they're different gods of the same thing.
I'm thinking of what he would answer. This is a good question. I don't know how. I'm not entirely sure how he would answer this.
I actually think this is an interesting question. I'm making a question about gods. I haven't done this in any session of
Yeah, that's why I got caught off
Where have
guard.
you ever been?
Haha.
He stares at you. What do you think gods are? If you can answer that question, you might find more about that than you would think.
Well,
Hey, Arrow. And he immediately moves on after asking you a question.
some bit.
What do you know of seven pillars to the plains?
That's an old legend. 7 pillars that connect the 7 realms.
Yeah, and suppose I came across one.
Well, you'd be one of the lucky few to be able to do that without dying.
Oh, neat.
Those sort of pillars were built for, or whether they were tried to be built for non-magical users. Some people can't use astral well, let's say transportation. Our friend Druid upstairs that someday might be able to do it, but most are not able to. And this was a way of trying to unify the realms, but the experience, let's say, were not very fruitful most of the times. And when they were, people would come back, well, different. Then again, this is a myth. Sort of.
Yeah.
Well, I should be heading off. And he snaps his fingers and he's gone. At this
So,
point, yes, Flint.
Sorry. So I didn't manage to squeeze in what I was going to say. So when I mentioned the riddles, I would have said that, Piacetta said the first one, like told me the first one. When I mentioned his name, what did I kind of like glean how he reacted? Did Greases react at all? Like, was there,
Not
like,
at
a
all. He
response?
just kept a very calm face.
Okay.
Is Pierce? Wait, I haven't looked at the dragons in a while. Piercida was the.
one of the original elders.
Oh, okay. The elder. Yeah. I get it. It's just been a while since I looked at the dragons. I'm sorry, because I've been writing the other campaign. It's just,
This is the information I've got on.
yeah. Back at the
The right
private session. Alrighty.
I just want to start right.
Okay. Nick knocks at the door.
Naldo,
The door at the first knock pushes in and reveals an interesting sight. There is a pathway of vines creating a slow arch towards the window, out the window, and down. You're unable to see any light, or you're not unable to see the sky. Light is passing through, but it's like a tunnel of vines leading down.
I'm not nearly drunk enough for this. And I'd start making my way through the tunnel out the window. Just, yeah, following it to where I hope you will be.
The vines climb down at a very steep angle, but safe, like solid steps down to the ground, and you find Naldo in a trance, just as he was last night. Nothing but trousers on.
Kinky.
Wish. In a semi-lucid state.
I crouch down in front of him and then slap him really hard in the face.
At this point, Matt, you'd reach the door.
Sure. So now the door's been like presumably left open.
Yeah.
So I'm
hear,
just like,
you hear a
Just slap downstairs.
yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
And I will start to make my way in and down the tunnel.
If he didn't wake up, I'm going to shake my hands and then go clear and then shocking grasp.
Naldo comes out of the trance slowly. Maybe not slow enough for you, but comes out of the trance slowly, with his head nodded down and says, "It's daytime. What did I miss?"
It's high noon.
Well, I love what you've done with the place, but maybe don't next time.
Sorry. I have had a rough few evenings and have not been feeling myself.
Trust me, I know what you mean, and I'd sort of like help him to his feet, and then look at the stairs, decide he's not up to it, and sort of sling him over my shoulder and fly up with him.
Well, as you look to the stairs,
Probably
I
meeting
imagine
you
it's,
halfway
yeah.
up.
At this point, Faust comes down, and I'm like,
Which one?
Before you fly me up, let me turn you around and follow and lead you
Turn
out
around.
of my maze.
Every now and then I feel a little bit bigger.
And literally, there's a right-hand turn, and then you're out. And the vines, it's just this small little half dome with a right-hand turn that has led out of my window, and it looks like the castle had some kind of green sludge and it puked out of my window.
So, while asleep, you somehow made an entire maze.
Oh, no. I did not sleep last night. I am...
Is that
This-
why you're acting so strange?
Well,
Oh, hey, Faust.
well, yeah,
actually,
because I guess we met as I was coming down, right?
Dorian
Yeah.
Faust chose.
I believe that there's a larger explanation for this.
The drugs really got to you, didn't they?
No, I think life got to me.
Scheiße.
You seem unwell. Do you need me to check your vitals?
I mean, if that will float your boat, I will not stop you.
In fact,
However,
oh, go on. Finish what
however,
you're saying.
I am just fine.
Well, regardless of your answer, like as you're answering, he's already moved in and is like, you know, listening for like taking pulses, you know, like taking temperatures, you know, listening to heartbeat, like stethoscope, all that stuff. Like he's going for it.
Would you
But
like to talk
the
about what happened?
Sorry.
Alright.
Presumably, I determined that he's like physically, like fine. DM.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to require a longer story time. However, simply put, there are two pieces of information that either I've failed to tell you or you've failed to ask about in your time. And it's something clicked last night to the point where it was time for one or both of those to lift.
Is this to
And-
do with your connection to that Fey spirit?
That, my friend, is quite insightful. That has actually caught me off guard a bit. And the fact that it's caught me off guard says how insightful that was.
Why do you sound like you know the secrets of the universe?
Because he's a druid who's been on drugs.
Because this is my normal voice, Thori.
Wait,
My hey man, dude, what's up, man? That's all been an illusion.
Think
he's like,
I bloody knew it!
Well, how did you know? What gave it away?
Well, for the last 3 days, I'm counting your mans, and you said 40 of them. And
that is under the average.
that's a aye, that's under average. It's getting ridiculous. I got the sense that you were putting on a show. I know something about pain.
Well, since then, since my acting was no longer up to par, I guess I will divulge, you could say, my second secret.
Wait,
It is
before that, we should go downstairs. We should tell this to everyone. If you're okay with that.
Well, I'm perfectly fine outside or wherever. But yes, I think this is something we all should.
Thought it just like yells down the stairs. Flint, Bobino, Aero, weird shit's happening. Come here.
Weird shit's happening.
Yeah, I come along to investigate the weird shit that's happening.
hoping to expect like a practical joke, and there's like a weird shit just laying on the corridor.
Around, it's now to see the universe, all of it.
What?
I find that very difficult to believe.
I also find it very difficult to believe because I am the one seemingly knowing about the universe.
See, this is weird.
Well, you sound so posh right now.
Who?
Yeah,
I
you.
don't know why.
He's seen the universe and he has all the wisdom.
It's like he went to Cambridge for like 50 years and then he came back to America. It's like, oh yeah, lads.
50 years.
Yeah, 50
That's a
years.
long time to be at uni.
Nah.
He did like multiple PhDs.
233rd semester senior. What up?
What up?
No, but I guess in short order, Faust insightfully figured out that there was something interesting going on, and it is due to my friendly spirit. And Hamish found that I was underdoing my performance as those people who sound like, man, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? Yeah.
Can I? Flint's gonna hold up a hand towards him, not like people. Cast message.
Sorry?
At him. I'm gonna cast message at you
Okay.
and just say, how's things in that head of yours?
That's a slightly more complex question, but considering the limitations of this spell,
Yeah, no, because like you usually, whenever I've done it in the past, there's like I hear both.
Yeah, you
I
do.
hear the woman and I hear you. Right?
You
So
hear
usually you choose which one.
you hear her voice in the very back of his head. It's because you can't really tell what she's saying. You do hear something about. You hear the word past, but you can't really tell much more than that.
Interesting.
yes, there has been a change. Do I know where that change comes from? No. Am I interested to find out? Very much so.
I
Um,
okay with this change? Or was it still message?
It was that
no,
was
it's
I don't
I
know.
was asking if
Okay.
that like responds to message, so I wouldn't hear it. I'm just asking.
Okay. Does it seem like it's almost as if he's taken more control over his own like faculties?
It feels like a a curtain has been lifted, and that there is a little bit more openness. Despite the persona of openness and the verbalization of what was on his mind, Naldo definitely has become a little bit more insightful and understanding of everything.
Okay.
I guess you could say that the persona was quite childish and he's now grown up, but that seems too simple, but it's the only way I can really explain it at this point.
He grew 20 years in 8 hours, my god. Puberty at heart.
So
Hey, that
what
happened to
what
me
then,
in 6 seconds.
what then was the meaning?
It's on a second, 7 seconds away.
What then was the meaning of the facade?
Was it intentional?
Yeah,
The
what was the
fac-
goal?
the facade was a it was a crossover. It was bringing back a portion of my life that I can hold on to as a bright spot, but it's also giving off the idea that maybe this person is more shallow or more they have the ability to be underestimated more easily.
So it wasn't just about deceiving us, but also deceiving yourself to some extent.
Defense mechanism.
As much as I would love to make a deception out of all of this, you are just people I met who I've now grown accustomed to. And to this point, I felt with the changes going on, it was time for you to learn a little bit more about me. And
So,
that is the truth.
so it was a defense mechanism that you no longer need?
I guess with the right kind of manipulation or thought process, maybe. But it is mostly just the idea that something has changed. And that change has come about through a couple of ways. And for better or for worse, this is who I am. But there is one more thing. Naldo is a name I took on as an easier way of relating myself to the populace, to anyone I meet. Naldo. It's simple. It rolls off the tongue. It is a name. But it is not my full name. But it's not far from my full name, so it's not really a deception. It's just more of a nickname. So, yeah. Hi. I'm Ronaldo.
All right. Once
I'm gonna
again.
be honest, that was somewhat anticlimactic. But right, Ron,
Yeah,
where are we
I
going
mean,
next?
Ronaldo is not the most complex name that I've heard.
Yeah,
That's
I was
quite
expecting to
surprising.
like give 6 names right
I mean-
Ronaldo Higuaín Radamel Falcao.
I
So,
mean, I am Ronaldo the natural phenomenon.
Is it still okay if we call you Naldo?
As long as you don't call me late for dinner, we won't have a problem.
Well, there's certainly a story there, but I don't know if
I'm calling him Ronnie. Right, Ronnie, let's go.
You actually did miss breakfast, so yeah.
I brought you vegan sausages and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
They're
Do you know how much it goes against me to make vegan sausages?
that was Valgia.
That was effort.
I guess that's a tertiary point. I'm not a vegan or vegetarian. I just choose.
Fucking liar.
I just choose not to eat meat of any sort, eggs, fish, as a first choice of protein.
So if you are a vegetarian, but
So you're not a vegan, but you pretend to be one? I made
No.
vegan sausages and you're gonna damn well eat them.
Oh,
Right,
I will
where are
damn
they?
well eat those vegan sausages, my friend. They smell delicious, but do not continue to try and make food for me and me alone. I am open to eating other foods, but they will not be my choice if I make the food myself.
So, may I ask, what else about you has changed now that this veil has been lifted?
I just noticed
Your-
Tom went down.
Yeah, he went down like 2-3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Are your goals and desires still the same? Was what you said about this Fey spirit all still true?
And this is where the change really catalyzed from. I don't know what happened, but my normal waking connection to
As you guys are
as-
talking, like you hear as rain starts falling down.
is
We're
that
outside.
is that
aren't we?
Hamish?
No, you're inside, but you do hear the rain.
It is what me?
Veli still has a sense of humor. That's. I wonder if it's improved actually.
My connection to Esmeralda still exists. However, it has been changed.
Can any one of you
Emmy-
text Tom because he's not online anymore?
Oh, he's online, but he's always off. He's
No, it's Hamish who's typing. Oh well.
Emmy is the name that I gave you initially, and as it happens, I have seemingly lost my normal connection with her. But my goals and plans still remain the same. I left my village, I left my life because there was a path elsewhere for me, and that path has to do with Esmeralda. So I will continue to pursue that, just without the extra helping hand of someone else in my head all the time.
Is she still there? Or is she gone?
Flint can attest to the fact that she is still there, but like you would be shouting over the course of a mile at someone at the opposite end of a field. It is very delayed. Most things don't come through. There's a disconnect, but it's not a full cutoff. It's more of a separation, a lag time, shall we say.
I've,
Yes, that's what I heard. So I'm being a Tom for now.
Oh,
have you-
Tom's here. Tom's here.
Are you okay
Ah,
with
back.
this separation?
I don't know how I am. I am alive. I'm okay. Ish. Functional. But there has been a change. And I apologize if the deception has caused any malcontent.
Not at all. I
Well,
mean,
if
the
you-
mans were getting a wee bit annoying, but
Ah, yes. Well, it was designed as like a gender neutral idea where there's a village or a group of villages on the coast of Mormore where the entire populace uses those two monikers in every single statement. And when I visited, I thought it was the funniest thing. However, it did get annoying, and the structure of the villages was different from anywhere else. It had its own bylaws. The capital wasn't in the largest city, and there was way too much traffic.
We were actually discussing at breakfast swinging through there as a potential route. Or
I'm-
such a
Sorry, that
way.
was a California joke.
Yeah, I understood the coverage.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
got the reference, yeah.
we just hit 9 p.m. Let's do a 5-10 minute break so that everyone can have like a small head to the bathroom, so we can do like the rest of the session all the way to the end. The people who are watching will be back in 5-10 minutes. I also need to head downstairs in a bit. See you now, right now. See you in a bit.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take over half the session. Oops.
Nah, that was good.
All right. Let's get some
Um,
ice cream.
I need comfort food.
Actually, do I need ice cream or do I need something else?
Do I need ice cream or do I need a shot of vodka?
I'm already drinking wine. I think that's good for right now. I'm a lightweight.
That will suffice. Ooh. That happened.
Hey, Zay.
Hey,
How you doing?
I mean, I'm still processing what happened. I mean, he had already like hinted it once before, but still a shock.
Yeah, I think Hamish picked up on that a bit more.
I'm back.
Yeah, thought his world just shut down.
Just put some veggie sausages and a pizza on the stove.
I pity you.
Why do you pity me?
Veggie sausages.
Actually, pretty nice.
I doubt that.
I'm gonna have them in a nice wrap with a bit of cheese, bit of ham, a bit of mayo.
So
Is
you're
it
having
the
veggie
sausage
sausages
with
with
meat
ham?
though?
Yeah, I'm an omnivorous, so it makes sense for me to mix veggie shit with food.
It's omnivore.
Yeah, but
Omnivore, yeah.
Why would you buy veggie sausages if you can have meat?
Because sometimes I get bored of eating like salads.
But like every veggie sausage I've ever had tasted like cardboard.
These ones are actually pretty nice. They're from Lidl.
Did you buy them alongside a shotgun?
No, but I did get a bush trimmer with that.
I did get a hand drill.
Yeah, it was in between the taxidermy and the chainsaws. And like along the aisle from the haunted doll houses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the aisle over from the semi-automatics.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I need to ask Sam and Mike to do something.
Two.
Like, if I know that they don't have camera and it's fine, but can you change like your profile picture so it's easier for me to identify you? Because you have the same profile picture.
Yeah, but same Discord logo.
Yeah, just like a general profile picture. I don't even mind, just so that I know how to distinguish you.
Change it to your character token or something.
Oh yeah,
What are
yeah.
you talking about? That's a picture of me.
That's your picture.
If you look like that, see a doctor.
But not Faust.
You know, a doctor with a medical license.
I have a medical license.
No, you don't. Shut up, you quack.
No, you had a
You
medical license and you kept it
You
when you
quack.
didn't. There's a difference.
Look, it's valid in every country except the one that gave it to me.
And any other that has spoken with that country since.
So basically, you got it in the US and it's valid in like in China or something, but it's
People
like.
getting a medical degree from Columbia, and not the university, the country.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what is it? What community? I thought you had a degree from Columbia. Yeah, now
Oh, yeah.
you went from America.
I was reading a few things. Do you know that like on the dark web you can get like a fake university diploma for like $30?
That's the easiest
Yeah.
thing to get. from
Yeah,
foreign
but like I was like for $30, that's cheap as fuck. You can also get fake credit cards by $20, and I'm like, how?
Yeah. Do you know how many drugs I can buy from the dark web?
Yeah, I
right
know.
now?
You can also get the code for Cyberpunk for $7 million.
Sorry, a fake medical license is cheaper than the code to Cyberpunk
Yeah,
Like the source code.
by quite a lot.
The source code. That is. Source codes are kept tight.
Yeah, but like we're talking 1,000,000 times the price of a medical license.
Yeah, but it's a quack medical license.
yeah, it's a fake medical license, sort of like what Faust has.
Exactly.
Faust's medical license costs 20 silver on the dark market of Riaz.
Do you know you can buy actual humans on the dark
Oh,
web?
oh yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
I've gone there a time or two.
How do you think I roll D&D games? I go to the dark web and I find people and I'm like, yeah, these people seem like they would like to play D&D, and I buy them all from auctions. That's where Matt came from.
That explains a lot.
Okay, great.
Funniest part is that Sam was the auctioneer.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I did wonder whether he was telling the truth about what he actually does for a living.
Wait, what does Sam do for a living?
Things.
The answer is yes.
I'm pretty sure Sam like makes contracts with devils in real life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, so he's a lawyer.
Oh, wait, speaking about contracts with devils in real life, I once accidentally seduced a warlock. An actual one.
What?
Yes.
I mean, you can't really say shit. Nick boned the Wicca. Nick's just like, yeah, yeah. Can't say no.
I'd like to point out you mentioned her age after we started having sex.
Hamish
You're like, you had
did
sex
not
with a girl. I
care
was
to
like,
ask the
thanks for that.
question.
No, but I'd like to think Hamish would have noticed an age.
Oh yeah, who would have noticed he's older? I mean, you've known she's older. But like metagaming, what I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you her age. I'm gonna let you like role play your way to find her age.
I mean, if she's a cool,
The thing is,
she's over 200.
I mean, I'm a silver fox, so I was kind of just assuming she was my age.
Oh no, she's older than you.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say she's
I'm 280.
Yeah, and she's older than you. Take a wild guess at what her age is. Let's do it like the Price is Right. I will do it like the Price is Right. I will say higher or lower.
Turns out she's a fucking lich and she's like 3,000 years old.
Dwarves live to like 300-ish.
No, they live till.
350.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I thought they lived till they're 600s or 700s.
No, they live to be 350.
What?
That's what it says in the player's handbook.
How
I
old are
checked
you
two
again,
weeks
Nick?
ago.
How old are you again?
280.
Okay. And how old do you think she is?
She has to be
310.
Yeah.
No,
Higher.
you're sick mind. I'm saying 350.
I'll say
360.
I will say lower than 360.
400.
340.
I'm not gonna say more than this. I already answered.
359.
I'm gonna go downstairs and check on my pizza. I'll be right back.
I think
You
it's
said lower than 360, right? So there's probably one left.
360 no scope.
359. Oh,
No, they live to be 350, so it'll be 349. That's her
Yeah.
age.
Yeah. She's
She
five
dies
sessions
next
away.
year.
She's 5 sessions
I'm
away from
surprised I didn't give the poor girl a heart attack.
or
360
a
no
hernia, or a broken
It's a good
hip.
thing It's a good thing I rolled badly.
She would have broken
And
her.
you allowed her to take control.
Yeah, otherwise she might be
I
sending you
didn't
letters
allow
and shit.
anything. She took control.
Yikes.
He made me roll a counter intimidation check.
So I was thinking Aro might drop in on that meeting, like stealth wise.
I called everyone up. Oh, a while ago, so yeah.
No, he's stealth
No,
enough.
Do you mean the Black Lotus?
that
meeting, right?
meaning.
Yeah, yeah, and the one in Bath.
Oh, in the Black Swan.
Yes. The meeting that's going on.
Well, it was just that they might be informants going in the Black Swan. There wasn't a specific meeting taking
No, I
place.
think those were two different things, right? We
No,
got
no,
a
Yeah,
tip.
no, yeah. We're
Yeah, we
going
got a tip
to
that there
more and
would
more.
be informants there, but then we also got a tip that somewhere in Bath there was going to be a meeting with the Black Lotus.
Yeah, it was
Not
at the
just
Black
somewhere.
Swan.
I got it marked on a map.
At the
Oh
Black
yeah, yeah.
Swan.
Sorry, in the Noble District area there was
Yeah,
going to be a meeting.
that shifty looking tavern.
Like,
Well, the Black Swan wasn't in the Noble District.
No. Those are two different things.
Are they?
Two different clues.
yes, right.
The Black Swan, there's informants, and then somewhere in the Noble District, there's a meeting.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
that's
Two
right.
different tips.
Yeah.
From two different people.
And I'm looking at trying to drop in on that meeting, unnoticed.
Okay.
I mean,
I
I
reckon
have
it's
the
something.
number. It is agreed.
I think if we're gonna try and drop in on it, then you're our best candidate, and we definitely can't all
I'm-
go, because then we'll
Yeah,
definitely.
no,
be right.
I can do that alone. Which is probably the best, like
You,
surgical.
you and Bodrock.
But
or
we
at
can
least
all
a
like
link.
be in Bath, and maybe
I was
you know,
thinking you and Pierce Brosnan, and then Body Knock can tell us what's
He-
going on and tell us
Pierce
if
is
you need
always-
backup.
Pierce is always great, right?
What was that?
Is Pierce Brosnan? Maybe I missed this. Is that the imp or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I totally missed that. I thought that was a joke you kept making in relation to stealth and sneaking around.
Oh.
Did not connect those together until now.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, you
dude.
weren't wrong.
Get it? Because
It
he's
is
got a
good.
stabby thing and he's really good at
But
stealth.
Uh-huh.
it was a game.
Pierce. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He was the James Bond in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, we could have like a contingent on hand, but I should be able to get in and out ideally without being seen or heard.
Yeah, but having a way of contacting us in case things go
Yeah, no,
south
Yeah, that's
would be a good
yeah.
idea. And
Have
an imp
Pierce
that
with me. Have Pierce with me,
that,
and
um,
then and then
Body Knock
have
can
like
look for the eyes of would come in
you
handy.
guys nearby or whoever wants to be just ready nearby contingent. But I should hopefully just be able to get in and leave with
Hopefully.
info.
Mhm.
I mean, it sounds like if that in that case that we could learn a lot. Like a meeting of like the Black Lotus would be great to get it on.
The problem is if the high level members are there,
Mm.
by the high level that Frank's made them, chances are they've got true sight.
Mm.
Mm. I mean, what does true sight come from? Like it.
True sight means you see through all
No.
illusions.
I mean, who gets true sight? Like, what? Like, is there anything? Any?
Hamish
just your
last
high
session when
le-
you
just
took
being
drugs?
High level.
Don't go through that one.
Yeah.
Don't,
It's
the potion.
unlikely.
don't go through that
Um,
logic, Mike. He will change the stat block.
Oh,
But still,
I just know one of them's going to turn out to be a dragon or some bullshit.
There is bullshit.
There's true sight, and there's myself. Well, I
We
mean,
could be also working with some demons.
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
don't know. I'm happy to find out
Or
what I can
devils.
find out. We'll see how it plays out.
that's kind of metagaming as well, I guess. Like discussing, but maybe it's not.
Well, I know true sight exists because I had it last session.
Fair point.
Is everyone back?
Think so.
Back we are.
I think Sam's the only one I've not heard from.
We just turned his mic off, so.
No, I am here.
Okay,
Back we are.
So
so
when was this meeting meant to take place? That
tonight.
Okay.
um,
Guess we'll get our asses down to Bath.
so yeah, we were discussing heading that way. Um,
I am all for a trip back to Bath. It will actually move us closer to Moramore.
I imagine at some point you guys tell us that Moi Moi is our next point of contact.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're heading to
I've
Bath.
not
It's
been
a
to Moi
secret.
Moi in years.
Yes, I think also going there will help maybe open up the conversation a little bit more to what might be happening.
There was
With
a druid village in Moramori. Would that be maybe a good idea?
A druid village in Moramore is always a good idea, especially if you like to party.
All the villages in Moi Moi are druid. That's kind of the thing.
I am more reason to go to Moramore. Am I right?
Oh yeah, I've not been
'Cause
there
you
in over a
just get
century.
Moramore.
Let's do it.
Well,
Sure.
Unfortunately, his sense of humor did not get better.
Mm.
Okay. You make way to Bath. Are you heading straight to the place where you've been told, or are you gonna do some traveling around the
We
city?
see the map, and I guess if Aoro's leading, Aoro, are you gonna lead us there, or what are you
Yeah.
gonna lead us towards?
We should
Yeah,
head
Frank,
there
you shift
and
us to the city map. Thanks.
I think we'd like to maybe scout out a good point nearby for a group to be within maybe Naldo's telepathy range, or in the what is the range? What is Pierce's range of talking to you, communicating? Like we'll need. I'm going into the meeting, and then we kind of want somewhere nearby for the rest of the group to like.
Tom?
So right now I can be within 50 feet of a person and properly mind link with them.
And what about Pierce's communication ability?
Well, okay, well,
Telepathy.
don't know what it sounds, but to find familiar, you can view through your eyes like at a limited distance, but you can only like command them within like
From
250
mile, I think.
feet. No, you can actually like look through their eyes at any
Yeah, you
distance.
can look through their eyes to unlimited, but command them is a mile, right?
It's
I think it's
100
100
feet.
feet.
Or
Yeah.
It's 100 feet.
So I guess
you could just
seeing
command
through.
them to your shoulder or something.
So
So
if you
like
can see, then you can
That's
know if shit's
roughly-
going down.
like across the street, I guess.
Yeah.
Could we hunker down like across the road kind of deal?
Yeah.
I could fly us up to a rooftop one by one.
Rooftop, or maybe a building or two on either side of the of our target building.
I'm gonna be like hovering above with my broom of flying.
Okay.
More than ready to carpet bomb that bitch.
The location
Who gave him that fucking...
I am an
I-
F-16 now.
is on the west side of the city. So here.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Nulty, instead of flying around on the broom attracting attention, we might want to sort of be less seen.
Well, the meeting is
Um,
at night, right?
What's the weather like? Is it still heavy rain, or is it?
It's raining.
down a bit?
It's raining a bit. Not
And
as
it's
much.
At night, and it's at night, right? The
Um,
meeting.
Is it at night?
I
Yeah,
thought I heard him say
yeah.
at night.
from what
said
you
it-
heard, it's at night.
All right. If I'm flying through at night, unless I'm flying directly in view of someone with dark vision, I'm good.
You find a place. Small house.
I mean,
On the outside, there's a small coat of arms. It looks like a meeting place, to be honest. Like sort of those rent a room to meet someone. Not sexually. Just pointing it out. On the other side
Looks
of
like you have to classify non-sexually rather than the other way around. This campaign, you have to
um,
specify when it's not being sexual.
that's how this campaign goes.
Otherwise, that's the assumption.
Horny DM for you.
on the other side, there's a small tavern. Looks to be very high-end, to be honest. You see quite a few nobles walking in and out. Right now, it's all you can see. It's around noon at this point.
Does the tavern look like it has rooms to rent?
You could ask inside.
I will, because, yeah, if the tavern is across from where we're supposed to be spying, then a room upstairs makes sense.
You walk inside. There's an elf
Done.
working.
Would it make sense to get 2 rooms so that worst case scenario, we all move from one room to another to avoid detection.
Well,
I feel like if we're detected, moving to another room isn't really gonna help that much.
no, I'm planning on being on the roof. I'm just giving us a place
Yeah.
to base.
I'm giving
If
you
we can get a
fiber.
room with a window facing where we're keeping an eye on, that'd be ideal.
Are there buildings around this target house?
No, not around. Like it's a house in the middle of a street. Dun dun.
But so it's a street, and the house is on one side of the street. What is also on that side of the street?
Couple of shops, businesses.
What is the closest structure to the house on
Uh,
that side of the street?
It's I mean the walls are connected. On the right side, it's looks like a small bank, and on the left side, um, a tailor's.
Okay. I think it may make sense for myself and or another sneaky individual to post up on the other side so that we can be within telepathic range as well as visual range. Telepathic for Ayaro, visual for the group who are staying not as close.
Well, if they are sneaking inside with Pierce, Naldo's covering air support. I could fly you over and stealth with you.
I'm air support.
Sorry, I meant you.
I worked so hard to
If
become an F-16.
Fury's doing air support, I could fly over with Naldo, and me and you could stealth over there.
Mhm.
And then we've got like a two-way
Who
situation.
dropped? What did?
He's been out for ages, I did say, but I don't think I might pick
And
it.
he's back.
Maybe he's back.
As soon as we talk about someone going, they return.
Okay.
Mad Mercy.
The elf elf.
Beetlejuice.
The elf elf looks at
He
you.
broke his camera.
He looks very well dressed for a tavern keeper. Hello, what can I help you with?
Do you have anything in the maybe a view of this the ongoing through the street?
Yes, you do have rooms facing that way. You have the coin to pay it though, as he looks up and down to your clothes.
Of course we do.
Certainly.
We dress like this
Adventurous
to not attract attention.
All right.
Before we say that, what kind of cost are we talking?
Well, this is
Detective Keep?
the most expensive inn in town, the best one. It's 15
Is it
gold.
really?
It's 15 gold pieces a night.
Fantastic. I'll take a room for the night.
Is that per person?
16.
No, per
per
room. Per room.
Fantastic. One room for the night, please.
Although the rooms only have one bed, but you know.
We can
We like to cuddle.
I will not question your habits, sir. And he takes the 15 gold coins and places it under the tavern. Anything else you'd be needing assistance with?
We'll let you know. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Can someone give me the quick recap on what happened in the last few minutes?
They found a tavern right next to the
Okay,
house.
like a good hideout spot just across the road.
Yeah, and they're paying
Another
15.
place.
They're paying 15 gold
Perfect.
pieces per night.
I'm serving as air support.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
steak.
we've got Furia's room support. Me and Naldo are gonna fly across and cover the rooftop. And then Ayaro and Pierce are gonna
Infiltrate.
infiltrate. That's the word I was looking for. I think
Okay,
I-
well,
I
I
came
would
up with penetrate and then decided not to say that in present company.
if we're staking out like in this room to some degree. I would like to contribute by having Skelemaeus stand in the corner and act as a coat rack.
You named him.
Yep. So
Okay.
my skeleton, Skelemaeus, is you can you can hang your coats, your hats, whatever on him.
Okay. So you're waiting inside until something happens, right?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye when people start
Okay.
arriving.
Just as sorry, before you describe the scene, Frank. As we are walking up to the room, I activate the telepathic mind link with ARO and explain. So, the link will work if you think towards me in any way, shape, or form. We can communicate with that. I do not need to activate the link, hence, I switch to telepathy by just thinking about switching to telepathy. I switch back to common. And as such, if you are in any kind of oh shit danger, let me know.
I will.
Okay. The day goes by, mostly uneventful. During the sunset, you see a soul carriage arrive. It stops in front of a door, and a woman steps out. You can't see her face as she's covered in a veil. She's dressed in blackish colors. You can only see feints of her blonde hair.
How do we know this is a woman?
Figure. She's wearing a dress.
I say again, how
She's
do we know
wearing
this is a
wearing a dress, and you can see the.
I mean, yeah, we haven't asked her how she identifies, to be fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that, but I was more
Yeah.
angling towards. Can I understand anything from this distance?
Not at all. She walks in. 15 minutes pass, 20, 30, an hour. 2 hours pass. It's deep night. You see the door open again. The woman comes out. In her hand, she carries a sort of a book. She walks inside the carriage, and you see the carriage heading northbound of the city.
I would like to follow the carriage.
Okay.
whilst flying on the broom.
The carriage. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we had meant to infiltrate the building.
But we didn't miss that. Was that the meeting? I was like, we're trying to infiltrate the meeting.
Yeah, so
was
Pierce and
The
ARO
whole
were
point-
infiltrating. Me and you were covering roof support, and everyone else was.
Oh, okay. So
room,
the ones who are infiltrating,
spying.
try to find a way in. Investigate.
All right. That is one of these.
Okay. You find a way in. A small back door. It looks locked though.
All right.
Are you investigating by yourself, ARO, or are you asking for help from?
Well, I
other
got
people?
advantage anyways.
Okay, I'm just wondering if you're alone or if you're with someone else.
I'm with Pierce. He's invisible and tailing me, so that we get visual. You guys have visual on me, and we got telepathy, so comms all around.
I guess then
Yeah.
I would motion to body knock to make our way across the street onto the adjacent building, the building, not the bank, so that we stay within telepathic range.
Okay. I guess I'll try and pick this lock here.
Okay. Roll your lockpick.
Yeah. Why don't? Oh shoot! I don't have it for some reason. What is it? Dex?
The sleight of hand.
Roll a dex because I don't have a. Oh, sleight of hand. Right.
If he didn't have a thieves' tools, I would have given him mine before he went in.
Okay, you open the door.
Alright,
The
I go invisible.
Okay.
And
roll a stealth.
Ho, ho, ho.
that is advantage.
He's a phantom.
And I'm invisible, and my boots make sure that I make actually no noise.
It's like his. You find that this house, it's only one big room. I mean, there's like a small storage where you came in, and then opens up to a big room. You see the woman sitting down, veil on. She's talking to someone. Hard to tell who it is. It's almost as if when you look at him, something distorts your mind, way of thinking. It's hard to almost keep focus as you do so. You hear them. You can't really hear them talk, which is weird. You see their lips moving. You see them there. You can't hear them. You see the man. The meeting goes on. They seem to get into a more heated conversation.
Can I perceive anything through like attempting to read lips?
Make a perception. It's a hard read to do though.
Okay. Do you want me to disadvantage or what?
It's only at observer and he could read everything they're saying. But then I would use darkness so that he couldn't read it. You catch it in bits, but nothing major.
Okay. Any single words or something?
Yeah. More like simple words like do, I, sort of things.
Okay. So nothing else.
Yeah. At the end of the meeting, you see him produce a book from a sort of a void space and giving it to her.
All right. Can I? Okay. I wanna. What can I get from this book? What can I see about it? Can I read the title?
It has no title. It has a blackish leather cover with hints of silver. And in the middle, you see a scale.
A musical scale?
Nope.
Going
A scale like
a
the
dragon scale?
a scale like the symbol of the scale of life.
Oh.
Oh.
Like an actual scale.
Like altars.
Like the
only symbol.
yeah, like altar.
Musical scale of life.
The scale.
No, like a judge's
She grabs the book
weighing scale.
Like a balancing scale.
Yeah.
and walks outside, and all of you see her walking out the thing I described earlier and getting inside the van. As you are still inside, you see as the man stops and looks straight into your direction. Doesn't say anything, just looks at you. Almost as if waiting for you to do something.
Looking at who?
Mike. Arrow.
I don't know. I shrug.
Try it, bro.
You see as he opens his hand and a blade made out of seems to be light appears and he's walking towards you slowly.
Menacingly.
I peace out.
Peace out. The door closes and he doesn't seem to follow you. So, Tori, you're following it by flight. You see the van heading northward towards the city.
There's
And-
a van?
You get what I mean.
A cart.
A cart.
Carriage.
A carriage.
Okay.
They've got a van? What?
As it goes
The
through.
man with a van!
So
Tree wagon.
I'm gonna draw the path it takes.
Who the fuck woke up, made engines? I need this
I'm assuming it was you at some point.
We're dealing with time travelers.
It makes this path, Ze,
I follow it.
leaving the north of the city. Are you gonna keep following it?
Yep.
Give me a second. It starts making its way north. How long are you gonna follow it? How long are you gonna follow it? Yeah. How long?
Oh, are we all in telecommunication?
Not with him.
He's out of range by now.
So we've just seen him fly off.
A
Mm-hmm.
message would get to him.
Well,
I don't think we even saw him fly off.
No, only sending would be able to get to him at this
Well,
point.
Or
He's
or
inside
a sending stone.
120 feet.
Or a sending stone.
Perhaps we should follow him.
if we had one.
As soon as
yes.
somebody mentions that, I
I'm gonna
take
keep
off and
following it.
try and follow him.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll-
keep
How
That
many
does-
hours are you gonna follow it?
until it stops.
All of you gonna follow him for that long?
I follow him by air. I ask Pierce to do the same.
Okay.
I can also follow him from there.
2 days pass.
Holy
All of you consume 4 rations. You
Wait, why
Shit.
4?
Wait. We're
2 rations, sorry.
in 2 days.
Yeah.
Have we? Okay.
Does the
I
cart
don't.
stop at any
I
point?
kind of want to break this up a little bit, but are we jumping? Like, it's nighttime. We work into the day. Are we able to get in contact with, with Nulty during that time?
I'd say at some point you'd be able to catch up to him and get in contact with him.
And then, I guess, there's a conversation I would like to have with the whole group, please, before we continue following this cart willy-nilly. I'm okay with following the cart and having the conversation, but it needs to happen. In my mind.
I mean,
If anyone else feels otherwise,
I would say they would be able to come down from the sky and you could have all the conversation.
Stop at night? Does the cart stop at
Nope.
any point?
Cart does not stop.
Alright. But since they're following, I can like slow down.
But you find with your horses and everything, you find your way ways to rest during the trip. So you're not getting exhaustion points.
Right.
okay.
Sleep.
We feel that pursuing this cart all the way to its destination is our end game.
Could we find a way to cut ahead and ambush it?
I don't feel like that's a good idea.
I'll also mention the nature of this book that she's carrying, and the scales of life, balance scales on the book.
Faust immediate.
And the fact, and tell everybody, the fact.
Faust immediately gets a hard on hearing that.
In that case, I think it's very important we find out what they're doing with this.
We should find the locations they're heading to, but I don't think we should engage in any way.
DM, was it heading towards Erla or Mistos?
Missed us.
I could fly over the top and fire a fireball at it.
Although I like
Let's
the
put a-
energy, I like the energy. I do not like the idea.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that one.
I have a spell which I don't usually think of, but it definitely fits this scenario. I speak to one of our friendly friends of the wild and have them follow it and have them report back to me.
That might help, because also I imagine this creature would be a member of the Fae.
If we could just get a destination that we could
That's
later
not-
investigate.
Well, if it's Fae, I'm very good at tracking Fae.
It's not fake. Sorry, it's one of these, and I stick my hand in the ground and grab up a bunch of dirt and say, that beast material.
I don't see why
This-
we don't.
Could we
have-
hide? Could we hide your dead friend amongst them? Because I'm good at tracking undead as well. I say that to Faust.
I don't see why we don't just ambush the cart while it's in the open.
Well, I think they
I
are.
can track Fae,
Whatever-
fiends, and undead.
Whatever that woman inside the cart is, she's probably high ranking, and she will probably kill it.
I am afraid I am not sending Scalamaeus to his death. Second death.
If only he wasn't dead already. Yo!
So that would be his undeath?
No, he's already undead. But
No, it's double death.
Right. So that's no to Fae,
Mario
no
Kart
to
double
Undead.
back.
Have anybody got a Fiend on them? Because otherwise I'm stuck.
Zium.
Aldo has a scout that can do following for 2 days or however long would lead to anyways. That might be the way to go, and then we could perhaps get on our way to more and more.
Pierce Brosnan is a tiny fiend, but might be difficult for him to keep up.
So the way I see it is that we either can track in person or have another entity, Fae Fiend, undead, beast, whatever, a track for us
Well,
and report back to us.
I could have Algia go and follow them.
Well, I say we sort of break it up. Maybe your creature, Naldo, follows them and reports back, and then we can follow rather less detected behind them.
As long as the golem is within this plane, I can communicate with it.
I mean-
vice versa.
I flint all one of your creatures, but it only lasts a day, doesn't it?
Yeah, they only last a day.
I can redo it every day.
Yeah,
DM,
but
can
then
I
you-
try a thing?
Yes.
Can I look at the track, at like the ground in front of us, and see if I can specifically distinguish like the wheel markings of this particular cart from like the other?
Make a survival check.
Okay, I am going to shift
Mm.
before I do this. I'm going to shift, crouch down, and go all like hunter mode on this because one of my shifting feature, which I didn't think I'd ever get to use, is while shifted advantage on wisdom checks.
Nice. And as you're doing this, I will place both of my hands on the shoulder blades of the animal you shift into and sort of give you a whispering encouragement of find your path. And you have guidance.
Sweet.
So add a
Oh,
d4.
It's less like turning into an animal and more like just gaining a bit more animalistic traits, like
Yeah.
more feathers kind of sprout, that kind of thing. So and a d4.
Come on. Oh.
27. You're definitely you're
Only 27.
you're definitely
Only
able
27.
you're definitely able
It's a
to tell
strong
the,
27.
to tell them apart.
Sorry?
You're definitely able to tell them apart.
Okay, so I'd be pretty confident that like we could maybe go a bit slower and just like I would know these are the ones to follow.
Okay,
Kinda.
yeah. This way you don't get exhaustion as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just do that. If you
Uh,
want.
okay, if you're doing it that way, as you follow them, it takes you around a day to reach to the second bridge. Then another day, because the roads here are not as good as the rest of the areas you've been, to reach just past Mistos. As you reach halfway between Mistos and Lytton, you see as they cross to the left, heading this direction. You end your your second day of traveling around the trips. You end the second day around there, where it turned to left. You take a night out, and you spend 2 more days traveling until you reach over here. Some old ruins. When you start reaching in the distance, you start seeing fire coming from the ruins. Not like a wildfire, but more of maybe a bonfire sort of thing.
Campfire.
You start.
Say where again?
You see the castle here on the left? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that one. As you make your way towards there, you start seeing footprints as well. Besides the carts, more than one cart, start seeing a lot of footprints. The ones who have dark vision start seeing figures walking through the forest. Every now and then you're able to notice that they are Black Lotus. What are you doing?
Well, as
is
soon as
it
I
nighttime?
spot one, I
It's
Drop it in there.
it's just nighttime just begun.
And what is the weather out like right now?
Clear skies.
Okay.
for everyone else. I stop everyone else as soon as I see Black Lotus.
How many, Flint? Right now, until now you've seen at least 30 to 40 distinct faces. Oh shit.
Is there
Would
any
I-
way for us to size them up and see, like, you know, if these are like highly trained individuals, or if they look more like, you know, kind of like idiot, you know?
We could send Pierce out for a recon.
I'd say you see a bit of everything. You see guards that look like it's their first day on the job, and some of them would look like war veterans.
I
So
say we
we're
send
working
Pierce
with-
in, we do a full recon, and then we start picking off the weaker members one by one.
I think that might make sense.
Or you could just sneak your way through to the fortress.
That
My
pigeon's awfully chatty.
I
feel
could do
like
some recon.
I feel like ARO might be a good companion, and we might be able to sort of double down on our previous strategy of we go in tiers. We have ARO and Pierce, sort of doing their thing. Body Knock and myself might be at a midpoint, just out of reach, but within telepathic distance, to give guidance and support, also to throw the proverbial hammer down when needed, and everyone else spread around.
How about me and
as
Foey
they
take the
see
higher
fit.
road?
Like right now, you guys are all like in a small hill
Huh.
above, and you notice that the castle is like within how to say, like a crater.
A valley?
Yeah, sort of like a crater that goes in, like sort of a circle value. You do see something, and all of you spellcasters feel a chill on your spines as you see it. You see the Red Desert. So you,
What is that?
so you know the center of the map? It looks like a desert.
Mm-hmm.
As all of you look at it, you feel a chill on your back. The spellcasters.
Do we know why?
You're too far away to even make a guess.
Interesting.
Do you want Pierce and I to scout in? Will you guys remain close?
I think that sounds like the best strategy.
I
Have
like
aerial
it.
support ready as well?
Aerial support is ready.
Why didn't you
Yes.
take Body Knock on an aerial, and then Pierce can report to him easier?
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
That also works.
Main concern is.
And then
would be-
maybe if I could carry Naldo, and then Naldo can teleport to communicate to
Communicate.
the others. I don't know, this mumbo jumbo science shit that you do is beyond me. Aye, but then, that way, like, Pierce can communicate to Body Knock, you can quickly tell, Body Knock can tell you, and then you can tell the guys in, backup.
Okay. So,
Reserve, that's what I was.
what's the plan of action here? Who's going in first?
Pierce and Arrow.
Okay. You rolling a stealth then?
Sure.
Okay.
So just to reform our
Oh.
plan, ARO enter in, and then we have a crew of 2 flying above, doing aerial reconnaissance and checking in with the ground team, which will also check in with the main force, which is behind. Yes.
Pierce and Arrow?
Yes. A piercing arrow.
Okay.
Piercing.
With the 28, you're able to sneak past the guards, and the imp as well, since he has invisibility with the 17.
I'm still holding on to my invis. I'll just stay out of.
You reach the top of the crater. Inside, you notice that the castle is mostly destroyed, only with a tower left. In the center, you see a bonfire and 6 figures. On the highest pedestal, you see a woman, dressed in the attire you saw before. She's not wearing a veil anymore, and her golden hair just waves to the sides. However, her whole face is covered in bandages. Under her, 4 people stand. One of them is Jack. You immediately recognize him.
Yeah. Okay.
Bastard, man.
The other 3, you don't recognize them, but I will give you a description of them. One looks like a lizard folk, yellowish in color. On his side, a man who looks like a wild hunt shifter. Next to him, a woman, Fire Ganassi. Under all of them stands another man, Joker, holding the book you saw earlier.
I communicate all of this to Naldo.
And I will sort of telephone the chain of events back to everyone that 2 individuals plus a badly bandaged blonde, that was a lot of bees, are in the campfire, as well as a couple of unknown entities.
I guess I remain hidden and wait to see what they're doing, to try and gather more information. Whatever's happening, play out.
You gonna try and get in closer?
Like, how close am I at this point?
Right now, 200 feet away. You can't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll try and get in.
Roll another stealth.
Okay, make sure I'm on finish here.
27.
Try and get names, I whisper.
I communicate that to AR.
Okay.
telepathically.
I'll be sure to ask.
I rolled a natural 19. Just gonna say that.
Oh.
And yet, it's still not a 27.
I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna comment.
They can have
You make your way closer.
Yeah.
You hear the woman talk. Her voice is crackled. You
By the way, I'm gonna kick my invisibility as well.
you almost recognize certain parts of her voice, but then it changes so many times, almost like if it was in static. She talks about
any discernible accent? Or
no.
oh,
She talks about what can you do with this book? And Joker just keeps reading, doesn't answer. But he looks at her at some point and says, well, this could be big enough to reach where you want, my lady. As he goes back to the book. The other 4 are quiet, looking at each other. You see something on them. Symbols. Where is my document on crime? Yes, I have a full document on the Black Lotus.
Imagine so.
Okay. So, you see the man who is a lizard folk with a heart symbol, and above it saying ace. The Wild Hunt has a diamond symbol, and above it saying king. The woman has the club symbol, and says queen. And then you have Jack with the symbol of spades. You feel the immense, like, magical and physical pressure from them. Those 5 together, plus Joker, feel like very, very strong together. What are you trying to do now? You see that there's
I
like
mean,
a few more guards running around here.
Question: what is the aerial team able to see or hear?
You can't hear anything, but you can see like
Whatever is being communicated back from AR.
Yeah, I'm like word for word the things I hear, just telling you everything. It's all kind of getting through a chain of telephone.
For the journal, the lizard folk was Ace. The female Fire Genasi was Queen. Who else?
Queen was which suit?
The king.
clubs.
Clubs.
Mm-hmm. Hearts is ace. Hearts, ace, diamond, king, queen, clubs, spades, jack. You hear the woman say something. Has there been any suspicion? And Jack, well, they don't know it's you, my lady. Although they have seen you before. Good. As long as they don't question me, they can't stop me. For them, I'm just the same old girl. They keep like talking about other things.
So how you been?
They talk about different things, tradings, assassinations, information trading.
Can I tell through those conversations what the business of each suit is?
Yeah.
That we don't know yet.
We do know.
You would know that Ace, the Hearts, are mercenaries, hired by governments to fight for them, or to attack bigger groups. The Diamonds work in spying and assassinating. The clubs are the main ring of prostitution in the country. And they use that to collect some information and use it to blackmail their clients, their high-end clients. The Spades work in robbing, slavery, and exotic creature trafficking.
I guess I'll look to get out before my invisibility drops. It's an hour, so.
Yeah, you make your way out. Although you hear a voice in your head, you hear a voice. You recognized immediately it's Joker. You almost passed through everyone, but not me.
Shit. Retreat immediately.
I'm not gonna follow you though, for now.
Do I hear that voice?
Nope,
Through
only
telepathic
Arrow.
Ah, fun.
And the imp, but the imp doesn't really.
On the broom, I want to like turn to Bobby Nog. I imagine you like relayed the imp info. Do you want to go for a bombing drone? Taking out the mortar.
That would seem to be the appropriate course of action.
What?
What?
Are we taking?
None of us are there. That's a
No.
conversation between those
No.
two.
Yeah, we
I
can't.
mean, I'm flying. Furry. No, Naldo. Now me and Naldo are flying together next to them.
Oh, so are we
Oh.
with? Would you position us within earshot of them?
That's the idea. So that the idea was that Pierce could give you information to relay back to the others.
Gotcha. Ah, well,
Fine.
hmm. Does anybody have any other ideas before I blurt my mouth out?
If we go on a bombing run, then we retreat immediately.
Frank, would you mind checking the journal to see if I've got the information I've typed correct? Because there's a lot of information very fast.
The other plan is we could try laying a trap.
I am less of a fan of the first option than the second, and I'm not a fan of either.
The first option has exploded and run. The second option will involve us staying to fight. As I do not like that one.
You're just missing King, who is the Wild Hunt shifter.
I do not think we can ambush these people. They are scary looking.
I don't think we should provoke them either. It sounds like a really bad idea.
Well,
It's like poking a sleeping storm giant after a long night of binge drinking.
Well, we can run tomorrow morning into that desert over there that looks spooky.
And how much faster can they run?
We don't know.
I don't know about anyone else, but I can survive. But I don't want to be the only one who survives.
But the thing is, if we do this, if we attack first, we are sending a message that they will not keep us down.
Then send them a note. It'll do the same kind of damage.
Well, we don't know their address, do we?
And send them a note right now.
Yes, the note is the motor shell.
Frank, what suit was the king?
Diamond.
I just like turn around the room. Bobby, now, are you down?
I mean, if we don't want to bomb them, then perhaps we should just try and follow one of them when they split up.
Well, can we even take on a single one of them?
We have to deal with them sooner or later.
Can we? Are we in? Are the reserve team in this conversation?
I would hope that we would make our way slowly towards the reserves throughout this conversation so that all minds can be brought to task
I
at
mean,
this.
When do we? We're probably looking to meet up. I've left, so when are we together? Like,
Yeah.
to
Well,
have a
Naldo's the
conversation?
link between us and the reserves. So if Naldo's telepathically communicating with you and Faust, then you'd be able to.
I guess I'll try and bring us all back together at a point where we're safely within, like, visual idea that, yeah, like, just on top of the hill.
I mean, I'd go where I split up with everyone.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, so yeah, everyone, I woid say, would get back together at the same point from which we broke company in the first place. I am, hesitant, to say the least.
I'm against it. I for certain was made. Joker knew I was there, and any provocation would definitely point back to us.
Oh, scheiße.
It sounds like
Hey.
Aero was only allowed
Ja-
to live on the graces of Joker himself. I think aggravating them now.
I don't know if it was Grace's or his arrogance again, but either way,
Either
I made
way,
out.
aggravating them
Jack
now
and Joker
will
have both
just-
proven to be amongst us. We saw several other high-ranking members.
Yes, Tom.
Uh,
Sorry.
Flint is physically lifting his head.
That works.
Because it's not because I'm not like getting salty or anything. It's just because you're also engaged. That
Sometimes we really do need to do that. Or
Yeah,
else
we
no one
do
can
get-
get a word in.
carry on. Go ahead,
so,
Flint.
can I remind you that every time we've met Joker, there's no chance that we'll be able to defeat him. I think we can all agree on that.
The point is not to defeat
Hey.
them. The point is.
Oh, wait. Okay. And he should be. He seems like a bit of an outlier. Okay. There's clearly a hierarchy here. Maybe we go for one that's a little bit weaker. But even if we do go for them, maybe we don't even go for them, but follow them back to where their base is, and disrupt their base. At the moment we're strong, but maybe not that strong that we can take on a single one of them. But we can do a hell of a lot to disrupt them. Yes, they may know that it was us, but he seems to know everything we do anyway. So what's the difference?
We should
Here's
find
what-
where Joker drinks and poison his meat.
That is a good idea. Poison his meat with a grenade. There is one
I
thing
found that
scares me.
literally
I'm
everything
sorry.
is wrong.
How did
It-
that statement finish? Poison his meat with a
Grenade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on
Poison?
it.
Wanted to confirm.
I'm working on that.
It's my experience that everything we encounter is immune to poison, so maybe that won't work.
There's one thing that worries me though. Joker was speaking to that woman with deference in his voice. She is a big head. Which
I
means
think
she
we
is
saw all of the heads of all of the departments there: the
Yes.
Joker, the Jack, the Ace, the Queen, and the King.
and the woman
I
seems
think
to be
going
above
in
all of
there would be death, instantaneous. I'm more than happy to pick off Jack if he leaves the party, but going in there all guns, all magic blazing would be a mistake.
At
I
this point,
agree that all guns blazing would be a mistake. But
I
my
think it's a
vote
good thing.
probably
Hmm.
my vote
not-
would probably work towards learning more about this group and trying to undermine them and pit them against one another.
Agreed.
That might be. a
We
good
still
idea.
have other avenues, to go down as well. I feel like this was a good fact-finding mission. We've got a lot more information on these groups, well, a little more at least, and I don't know, a new perhaps artifact. This book is in play. It was said that what was it that it could get you where you want to be.
The book was being held by the Joker, correct?
The woman
was
brought
being
it
shown
from
to the Queen.
meeting.
Yeah, the woman brought it, then handed it over to Joker, didn't she?
I
That's what I
believe the
got.
Joker gave it to the Queen to read.
Can you clarify,
Frank, wanna
Frank?
play this?
The one who had who had the book and was reading it was the Joker. He was deciphering it for her and seeing what he could do with it.
The Joker has
He's-
that black cube, and now he has this book.
Mm,
This
the
is
cube, right.
Fine. Let us not strike at them now, but we should go back to the capital when we can and report this to the king.
I think our next lead is More.
Yes, well, on our way back.
Beckington. Yeah.
On our way there.
I
That's-
think we might be
And
able to
informants in
accomplish
the
two
Black Swan.
birds with one stone here.
What
I
do you
think we can head our way into Morimore as one of our companions finds their way back to the capital with a note.
Well, I could perhaps do one better than that. Given some time to sleep, if we're going to be traveling a while, I could perhaps send a message.
That could also work.
I'm a huge fan of what you just said.
I want to see Faust send a message.
I really want to see Faust send a message.
Is this a
Hello,
reference?
Jester here.
Okay, that was a
You
reference.
pooping?
No, this is a reference. Okay. I was not getting the reference, but now I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh man. All right. Yes.
As you guys are talking,
Also, ironically, we're close to Rafe.
you see as a circle appears around you.
Jesus.
Around us?
Around you.
Oh,
what
shit.
does
What
the circle look
Is
like?
there any
it called?
notice beforehand?
Not at all. And in the middle of the circle, the Joker appears.
Aha!
Ah, you fuck's sake.
I told you we should have gone for
Well-
the bomb.
Apparently, I thought I was the only one who saw you.
You weren't?
Madame Fardis also caught a glimpse of you.
The bandage woman?
Yes. Since you've been amusing me, I will save you. However, I will come back to collect the favor.
You have the authority to save us?
No.
So
It's
she-
And he-
not about authority,
And he
it's
gets
about
close to you.
feeling.
And he gets close to you. If I wanted, all those fuckers would be dead.
Ah.
So why aren't
What
they?
is it that you want from us?
You'll
In
see.
time we will know.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Well,
So we are like...
Asking again.
We are
Naldo, come here.
Okay.
Quickly, she's casting her lightning spell.
Fine.
You see as lightning starts crackling in the sky.
Scheiße.
Okay. I
You
want-
see him grab your hand where you have the tattoo. Just place the black cube on the tattoo. And the tattoo sort of disappears. And you feel like energy being drained from you. And the tattoo appears again.
Is that the payment?
A part of it.
Aight.
I'll only collect yours for today. And he places it back again in his pocket. Well, there's only one place I can put you that is safe enough for you to live here with your lives.
Away from here, right?
No. And you're not gonna like this.
Okay, everybody prepare.
Do you see the red desert over there?
I
Aye.
prep.
And he snaps his finger and you disappear.
Oh.
You get teleported and you fall all into the red desert.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
As you fall there, all the spellcasters, please roll a d100 for me.
Should we do this one at a time?
Yes.
I'll go last.
Define spellcaster.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Someone who can cast magic.
I can
Yeah.
cast magic.
Yep, so all of you.
Okay. I'll go last.
Got a few spells under my belt.
Okay, where are my d10? Where are my d10s?
We all have at least one spell in us.
Okay. So who's missing there?
I think it's just me.
Thori, okay. And Ayaro, it's only you that's missing.
What's, sorry, the 100 it is?
Yes.
100.
Alright,
Joker is what? He's what race? He's the fire nasty, right?
Yeah. He's one of the Fire Genasi.
Yeah.
The Queen's also Fire
Yeah.
Genasi.
I was like,
So everyone is going to have a very well. The
Okay.
two of us.
So
Yikes.
Mike, Thori, and Bodyknock. You three feel as the magical energy starts pouring out of your pores, but you're able to control it and keep it back inside. Everyone else loses control of their magic.
my tummy.
I'm gonna start with.
I have control of it in the first place.
I'm gonna start with Flint. Give me a second.
Great.
Define control.
Yeah, define losing control.
I will tell you.
Wild surge.
I never had control.
As this is happening, Thori just says, was I the only one who thought this Joker looked weirdly attractive?
Yes.
Yes.
uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Tom.
Yeah.
You cast fog cloud out of nowhere. You don't even know the spell, but like a fog of cloud appears surrounding you.
Are you sure it's not fart cloud?
No, it's fog cloud.
Damn it, Josh.
Faustus.
Verbal components.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! What happens?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He casts power.
Each creature, this is actually perfect for you. Each creature within 30 feet of you, so all of you, take 1d10 of necrotic damage. So all of you take
Fuck.
10 necrotic damage.
Like, your definition of perfect is
10.
different.
Fucking hell. Is that including myself?
Nope, you don't take it. You recover. You regain 8 points to the sum of the necrotic damage you dealt. But since you're full HP, it doesn't happen.
And I take half of his damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take half of my damage, so we're.
No,
in
not
the
yours. Fucking Faust.
Wait, I thought you and I had the ring.
Oh no, we did shift.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
did
did.
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
Hamish. That's a
I
small.
take
I
half
don't.
of-
I don't.
Wait, no, I take Hamish. I take half of your damage,
And you take half.
so I
Yeah.
take the full 10. So I take 15.
Saving throw on that?
Nope.
Hamish, a third eye appears on your forehead. And for the next hour, you have advantage on perception checks that require sight.
I have a question about the side. Is it vertical or horizontal on the forehead?
Vertical. Naldo,
Ooh.
Diag.
are you ready for this, Naldo?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Give it to me, baby.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yikes. Oh no.
He's now going through the 35 spells I have on my spell list and choosing a fun one.
No.
Because Flint didn't even know the spell he casted.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it.
Mm.
So
It
Uh,
wasn't even a spell.
you turn into a pot plant and just like fall on the sand.
Perfect.
wait, how much did he... Are you using
One of our more utilitarian characters just became a pot.
Yep.
It's
For the
not
next hour.
Olympus.
For the next hour. Here a pot.
Can I smell like I feel right now, which is a bunch of rotten eggs?
You don't have a conscience right now.
I just go and I pick up now though. What we do now? I go next to Flint. No, I go next to Paul. Is this your medical license? Help with this?
I don't think my medical license extends to botany. I could take a clipping and try and grow another Naldo if you like.
Do we
Oh
have-
god! So you are going to mutilate a Naldo to try and create
Yeah.
a Naldo.
No,
I'm
I'm
thinking-
gonna take the potted plant and sort of like
By the way, Naldo,
like,
you have
attach it to my belt so he gets rain on a constant in the desert.
Naldo as a polymorph creature. This polymorph creature, you have 1 HP. Just warning.
What happens if he loses?
Um,
So
you don't know.
Flint makes a snip, then I poof back into full form.
Not a big
Actually,
one.
seeing how delicate the potted plant looks, I attach it to the inside of my shield.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't actually take any clippings or anything. I just.
That would be funny.
Okay.
Did you say a potted plant or a pot plant?
A power plant.
A
A
pot-
potted plant.
Can it
A
be
potted
Yeah,
done?
no,
Yeah.
the whole
A potted
Oh,
plant
it's
plant.
pot or a plant of weed. That's the difference.
surrounded by a skunky marijuana.
It's a potted pot plant.
I was gonna do that joke. I was just waiting for the time to speak.
Okay. You're in the middle of the desert. You have no clue where you are. What are you doing?
Can I attempt to look at well, not look at the sun, that's stupid, but look to the sky and use the sun's position to try and figure out north, south, etc.
It's the middle of the night,
Oh,
and there's no
okay, the
stars.
then.
There's no stars and no moon.
No stars, no moon.
I
Is
like-
that unusual? Is there usually moon and stars?
Yes.
I would
Okay.
like. We still have our gear with us, right?
Yes. All of it.
With my Tinker's kit, I'd like to
Oh, but
quickly try to make a makeshift magnet.
are you using magic for that?
No,
Okay. Roll.
just pure tinkering.
Okay.
I will assist him in this, knowing what he's trying
Would
to
it
do.
be Tinker's tools with intelligence?
Yes. How are you grabbing on the magnet?
Hmm?
How are you holding the magnet?
No, it's like you know how you can make a magnet with like a cup of water.
Yeah. Oh, you mean a like
A compass.
a compass.
Compass.
As you place down the compass, it starts rotating.
Ah, is that
I'd like to
Thoroughly unhelpful.
jump up into
Would
the
I-
air, click my heels together as I jump, and then start walking up into the air
Yeah.
with my winged boots.
Okay.
Try and get some height, and then see if I can see like any house lights, like some lights from a city or something.
You don't see
I'll fly
anything
up with him and help him
except the
using my newfound perception.
You only see the Golden Mountains to your left.
to our
So Naldo's a pot plant, and now Flint's getting high.
Okay.
We know where the Golden Mountains are though, so we can use that.
Right.
Yeah.
If they're to our
Yeah.
left, we need to go right.
If you're going right, you're heading to Diablo.
West. Yeah, we're heading west. We should go down-ish.
So if they're to our left, we need to go forwards.
Southeast-ish or south-southeast
I
kind
mean,
of thing?
depends. We know it's east.
Can you put the
It depends
world map on
which
again?
way we're facing, so we know
Yes.
north and south. I mean, they're on our right, so they're
The mountains are on your left.
the mountains are on our left.
So we're
Like these
looking
mountains.
southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if they're to our left, then forward would be south.
We must be like here, right?
Yeah, and we're looking.
Oh yeah, we wanted to get to Moromore, right?
Yeah,
So we
if
can just go straight south.
Yeah, if we head forward, we just go straight south.
Okay, so you're moving south.
Yeah.
Definitely
Sorry,
not
I
heading
missed
left.
The time. How much time had passed?
Still like
Time.
20-30 minutes.
Nice. All right.
You're still a
Still-
you're still a
still
you're still a
being super helpful.
you're still a potted plot plant. Okay, all of you, roll a d20 as you move,
Including the potted plant.
Oh no.
including the potted plant.
Oh no.
Okay, 30. That was perfect.
I feel in danger.
That's the, as you are walking, sorry, you feel an energy pulling you down, and you fall down a hole.
D10 for 20.
Scheiße! I just yelled Scheiße as I
You hear him like his voice like.
I dive down after him.
Amish goes. "Eh."
Wait, question. Can you even fly while we're in this desert?
Wait, Hamish, you still have me as a potted plant, but
Since
you're
it's
on your
not-
person.
You're attached to my shield, yeah. I'm trying to save a friend while
Yeah.
protecting another. Alright, give me some credit.
No, absolutely. I just wanted to make sure we were still kind of.
You
we
fall
are-
for.
As I'm falling, I want to see if the plume of flying works out.
It's not working.
Alright.
As you are falling, you
My
fall.
flying ability.
You fall around 100. You fall around 100 feet,
Oh, I'm dead.
but
Do I catch him? Do I?
No,
does
no.
My flying ability work?
no clue. As it's reaching 100 feet, it starts like sloping, and it slows down your land until you stop completely. In front of you, you see a massive, ancient city with a tower of gold in the middle.
Oh, Scheiße.
Whoa.
I imagine, like, after I say this, Hamish also.
Yeah, also falls next to you, and he sees the same thing. An old
As
ancient
does the
city
potted plant.
with a golden tower in the middle.
Hamish,
We should probably see if he's okay.
Hamish, did you break the
follow.
box? Is Naldo still?
I check on the potted plant and then whistle
The-
up to the others.
The pot is fine, for now.
That's
You must project the merchandise.
Oh, by the way, at this point, as soon as he falls down, the spell reverts and you just like pop back up.
Oh. Hey. Now I'm useful again. Hi, guys.
Does my
Are
ring
you,
of
are you okay down there?
Your ring of
Come on down, guys.
are you
I'm still tied to my belt.
Bodynock, where are you using the ring of Alfheim?
I would like to
Then
fly,
your belt is now 3 times its.
So,
normal
sorry,
size.
Bodynock.
I would like to fly down the hole.
As you start heading down the hole, the ring of Alfheim turns off and you just fall down the same as the others.
Oh, looks like this is the plan, and I didn't jump in.
Jump down.
I jump.
all of you see this city with buildings almost falling apart. You are like in a higher ground. There's like a pathway that leads into the city, and in the center, even though you're like in the middle of a cave, there's like natural light. There's no entrances of light, but it feels like natural light.
Can we?
This
so there's
is like a ghost city. Like, is this no people? We
You don't know.
see anybody.
You don't see anyone.
Is it like
Okay.
dead quiet?
Is my Rite of Frozen still up on my blade?
Nope. As you went down the well, it just disappeared.
Wait, I kind of have a question now. I
I
want
feel
to
like full anti-magic then going on.
Wait, is Algia working?
Yes, it sort of shut down as you fell down, but as soon as like you passed through the gate, the hole, it like came back up.
My beauty.
So if I like just sort of try a few cantrips, like conjure a chill touch hand in the air, that kind of thing, it works at the
So
moment.
down here,
Oh, you conjured the spell. It works. Roll a d100.
Okay.
Down here.
Yep.
What a question.
Okay. You feel like you try to control your spell and you almost lose control of it, but you're able to control it.
I do this time. Was that?
Can I try and re-up my Rite of the Frozen?
Yeah.
as well?
Roll a d100. Yeah, you're able to control it and turn it on.
I want to load a round into my rifle and shoot it just to see if it's doing anything weird with that.
Roll a d100.
With my rifle, it's not magical.
Oh, your rifle is not magical, but it does work with them. Yeah, so it's fine. Yeah,
Nope,
just
It's
shoots.
not magical anymore.
So it shoots.
Kind of curious about my arcane shots, but I only got 2, so I can't.
Yeah,
Really
those probably will go. If anything
Yeah.
that's magical related doesn't seem to
Yeah.
work here. Wait, what
it's
about the
called arcane, so it's probably.
What about the skeleton?
The
Oh yeah.
The skeleton is fine.
Scalamaeus, like, did the same thing happen to him, where he like
Yeah, it-
sort of
You see him.
deactivated as we went through the tunnel, and then like
Yeah.
put himself back together on the other side.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about Sir Francis? Is
Sir
Sir Francis alright?
Great.
Sir Francis lost his ability to fly on the way in, but then he came back up. It's fine.
Wait, he can fly? I didn't know that.
He's starting to grow wings.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
if he's starting to
Little
grow
ones,
wings,
little
how is
flappers.
that magical? They're wings, they're mechanical.
That's what you think.
Dragonflight doesn't make sense unless that's
They're like bees.
Yes. According
So-
to
Magic.
the variations, the bee should not be able to fly.
What are you
but
gonna
it's-
What are you gonna do about this city? Josh, you're muted. If you were talking. What are you gonna do about
I'm
this
going
city?
to extricate myself from Body Knock's shield and turn around and say,
Actually, it's Hamish, but yes.
Hamish.
"Yeah."
I'm using a shield now. That's
That's my
Sorry,
shield.
Hamish, Jesus.
Are you gonna
my
follow?
bad.
Are you gonna follow the path?
Well, I found an ancient city. This is probably cursed. I will name this Thoritopia. I discovered.
Okay, great. We are now entering Thoritopia. Do we want to try and get through Thoritopia or make our way up?
let's not be in
I
too much
must-
of a rush. We may have just
Tom,
found
that's
the
3D hundreds,
archaeological
don't do it.
find of the decade.
There is a giant golden castle in the middle of Thoritopia. We should maybe investigate that.
I must
Zoe, do you really
admit,
want to be
I am
responsible
intrigued.
for the city of anti-magic?
Yes,
It's
Well,
not
fuck ye.
anti-magic.
it's just bad magic.
It's just wild magic.
I
Sister
feel like I'm the
city
most,
to the city of
I feel
Uncle
like I'm-
Magic.
I feel like I'm the most, I'm
Okay.
the most appropriate person.
As you start,
I'm slightly more in control than the average world magic caster.
as you start,
Let's
this-
admit that
this-
you, Thori, are the most inappropriate person in general.
No, this is wild magic, so I'm wild. It checks.
Yeah.
out.
as you start heading down, you start seeing scorch marks. In the walls, in the stones, on the ground. And as you reach the city, you find a dead body. Skeleton.
Fast.
Actually, Faust. No, not Faust, sorry. No. Hamish,
Oh.
Fuck.
make a religious check.
Fuck.
And Tom as well. For this one.
Religion is not actually that good.
Ooh, not terrible.
Flint, you look at it and you feel embarrassed that you don't know what this represents. You feel like
I
it's
don't even know what to be embarrassed about, but I'm still embarrassed.
you feel like it's like part of your knowledge, but you can't quite place it. Hamish, you recognize the body-like clothes and appearance to one named Hecule.
Fucking hell, it's Achille. I know this place.
Wait, Hecale?
It's 4 in this world.
Yeah, but the actual Hecale?
As much as you know, it looks like it.
We found a dead guy.
I mean, while all this is happening, Bodinok's gonna have his journal and Aquilo out, just noting down everything he can see about this lost city.
I would like
Yeah.
to approach and slowly touch the body, like looking at Foss. Like, is this okay?
As you
Oh,
as you
me.
touch it, you feel like electrical energy like go through about you like a bit, like a small shock.
No, I can like before I touch, I'll go like look to Foss. Like, is this okay? Will I catch any body disease?
I think it's been dead too long for that.
I touch it.
As you touch it, you feel like a bolt of electricity like run through your body.
Does it hurt?
A bit. Take 2 electrical damage.
All right.
So lightning damage.
That is sappy.
Maybe I should explore the God of Lightning. What with me being, you know, lightning-y.
Go ahead.
Okay. Question. What is our plan here? Are we going to traverse the city and then sort of find our way out? What's the plan here?
As this happens, Bodinock, you recognize the place.
Okay.
You see a door. You've seen this door before.
Oh crap.
Do you approach it?
No, don't go. You always get
Doors
trapped.
never a good thing.
You recognize this door. You're not quite sure where you can place it, but you've dreamed about it, you could say.
Yeah, I'll approach the door.
A
As you-
dream door, even worse.
As though the door opens, you find yourself in a room you've already been in, although it's destroyed right now. This room looks like a library, and it
Fuck's
and it
sake.
and it belongs to an old friend of yours.
We encounter a lot of libraries.
Wait.
It can't be. It can't be his library. That's insane.
Another research binge time?
I sent you a whisper, Sam.
Okay.
What did you say that out loud?
I mean, I say that out loud.
You recognize this place?
You could say that. This appears to be the library of Faku, but it's destroyed. Look at this. That doesn't make any sense. I've only seen that place in my dreams.
Are you sure this is the same place?
As far as I can tell, it looks just like it. I'm gonna go take a look for any good books. Or if there's any
Make an investigation. You find one book, completely destroyed. You can only read its cover. The Last Days. The date shows year 999 since the beginning. Sorry, since the forger.
we know about the forger? Or is that
Nope.
completely-
And this is strange for you because you're in the year 800. Almost entering the year 801.
The forger.
Can anybody make sense of this? Because I admit it's got me at a complete loss, and I'm going to sort of pick up the book and just face it outward to the rest of the party.
I wanna like cast identify on it.
I am going to walk up to it and try and look at the language.
Yeah, while he looks at I cast identify on it just to see if it's
Please,
magical. in some
please
way.
don't touch the book. It could
You
break in my hand.
you can cast identify on it, and it reads. It's the only thing you can read is like can be read in every language. For Josh, you read it in your main language outside common. Bodinock, you read it in infernal.
I also read it.
You also read it in infernal.
Would that be Druidic or Celestial?
Celestial in your case.
This book has the ability to be read in any language.
I read it from a distance so I don't get it the pages wet.
You read it in Dwarvish.
That reminds me the fucking Kindle.
What are you on about? This is in Dwarvish.
No, this is in every language at once.
I don't think there's enough room on the cover for that.
It doesn't
I-
make
I-
enchantment.
I see what he's getting at. You read it in whatever language you read.
That explains a lot.
You're reading in Draconic. Josh, you're muted again.
I'm trying to
Here
be
we go.
nice. Can I take a look around the room and understand what kind, or like, Josh personally is getting weird vibes from this place, but Naldo is interested in learning more about what this room represents in the grand scheme of things. Is this an antechamber? Are there passages coming off of it? Is this just a dead end?
Make an investigation.
Okay. That's gonna be a 2.
Just looks like a room.
Can I make a
in-
religion
in-
check on the book?
About the forger, you can.
That it was the forgery that caught my eye.
The forger, not forgery.
Oh.
Forger.
Fuck's sake.
No fucking clue, mate.
So,
In seeing Naldo fumble about the room, AR is like, "Let me help," and does like a look around for the usual like secrets and stuff that he likes to look for, hidden compartments or secret doors, stuff like that. Yeah.
Not much. Just an old room.
Boyank's gonna just be after more pages of this book.
The way is shut. It is known to those who are dead.
The dead keep it.
Are you gonna keep moving towards the pillar?
We might as well.
As you
anything
keep
eventually-
walking, you find more and more bodies of different. Most of them you don't recognize them. You reach one that you might. Josh, make a religion.
You're making a druid. Make a religion check.
Mm-hmm.
The irony in this whole conversation. Oh, hey.
You've seen depictions of this person back in Moromore. Gaoth, god of the wind.
Is one of the bodies here?
Yup.
What?
Tom is so sad.
I won clue!
Bones or
Like bones.
The god
It's a
I
bones.
worship is dead. The god of the wind is dead. I don't want to go any further.
This place feels like a massive crypt to the theologic pantheon of the lands of men.
As you
Or
I'm
the
gonna drop
lands
to
of
my
Jack.
knees and start praying to Nep because
as you do as you
do.
do, you smell the sweet scent of ambrosia. in a house a couple of 10 feet away from you.
This is an atheist wet dream.
This is fascinating.
This is a druid's wet dream.
Dear Nap. What the fuck is this place? I found two dead gods and I'm flipping the fuck out.
You hear no
Please let me know.
answer, but you do smell the ambrosia.
I follow the smell of ambrosia.
You reach a door that says the tavern.
Oh, here we go! And I open it.
As you open it, you reach.
Wait. Oh no, sorry, that was in character.
As you walk inside, you recognize immediately the place where you're at, and Tom, you also recognize it because you've both been here.
Recognize what?
Tom and Hamish recognize this place because they've both been here.
We're the two with the Nep symbols. This is where we met Nep.
Oh,
The smell of ambrosia just seems to be imbued into the walls from just drinking a lot of it.
Can I do a search for ambrosia? Because I need to top up.
Make an investigation.
Oh, fuck's
oh
sake.
help.
Thanks,
You
Flint. Yeah, true pal.
you don't find any ambrosia, but everyone, please, Stefan.
Oh.
Except for Hamish.
Yeah, of course.
With Tom's help, that's a 25.
Still, you wouldn't find any ambrosia, but you would find something else.
Am I meant to deafen as well?
Yes.
Bye, Tom.
You ready for this?
No, but go for it.
You see your glass start to shine. You don't quite understand it. But as you place your hand on the counter, energy blasts through the whole room. You look around. Sorry. And in front of you, a glass starts forming, imbued with the symbol of Nep. As you grab it, your tattoo starts shining, almost blinding. And you feel immense power coming from it. You don't quite understand it, but power flows through that glass. And you hear Nep saying, "Congrats, chosen one. You got my glass." And you come back to your senses. I will send you later after the session what the glass does. Tom.
Yeah.
A light fills the whole room, and you notice as Hamish now has his tattoo shining as bright as ever and a glass in his hand, as your tattoo fades away and disappears.
At last, I hated that thing.
Seeing Nips with a goddamn pint of Guinness.
I was trying to transition to Hellkilly, but he's dead, so fuck that. I'm going for Nep.
No, I'm sorry, just the description appears with a glass in his hand, but Nick just raises a pint of Guinness.
I was like acting the whole scene out.
That was beautiful.
Okay.
We are getting Nick into character as much as possible.
I'm method. Let's do this.
So method.
Okay.
Right. So at least we know Nep's alive. I don't know about the
Yes.
others. I
But
mean, for all I know,
why?
all of them dead.
Speaking of the ones that aren't quite so alive, how much divine wrath do you think it would bring if I tried to animate one of the skeletons?
I don't care if we bring do the thing.
If we're talking
There's
about
only one way to find
gods-
out.
If we're talking about gods, and they take no corporeal form on this plane of existence besides at their own choosing, then I would say go for it.
Do the thing.
Or I could wait
I mean,
until. If we're
Maybe
going
go
to
for a
hear-
god without a family member. I mean, Hikili was part of a family, so maybe not him. His dad might be a wee bit pissed.
Alternatively, if we will be here a while, I could try talking to them the next day.
Ooh.
That might be slightly more respectful.
Just the tiniest
Got a word
bit.
to say about
Conversation,
to Hikili.
then-
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay, you're gonna keep moving forward?
Yeah.
I won't animate any god corpses for now.
Oh, no.
Fantastic.
How secure does the tavern look?
We live to die.
Very
another day.
secure. Okay, as you keep moving.
Well,
We should
I'm
move
gonna say
towards-
this is gonna be our resting point when
That's a good
and
idea.
will we do rest.
Yeah, let's move towards the castle of
A-
32.
As you keep moving forward, Mike, you pass through. You're almost at the tower. You pass through a body that you recognize. Maybe roll a religion.
Okay.
Fuck, how many
Fighters
gods are
religion
dead?
check. 11.
11. Okay, for this one, it's enough. Back in your times in Distan, you've seen depictions of this god, Parva, the god of animals.
So the wind and the animals have no god.
Yep.
And nor does the storm.
Or storms.
All that wasted.
No,
time
not
here.
storms. Thunder.
Hikili was dead.
The Achilles, the god of thunder and lightning, not of storms.
Alright.
Oh.
Can I, seeing as there's so many, can I start looking out for, I've suddenly forgot my god's name.
Alta.
Alta, yeah.
You can.
It would be kind of ironic if the god of death was dead, but
As you are reaching the tower, Josh, you smell flowers.
Oh. Is this a familiar fragrance of flower?
Yep.
To the point of, okay, how far does this take me back? Like childhood?
Nope.
Travels on
Yep.
time after leaving Morimori?
Nope. This takes you back to your first day with the tree back in the castle. Fuck it.
With the tree in the castle. The tree had some kind of carvings on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
A face.
that
hmm
Yeah.
But it's not about the tree that you remember. It's about
It's about
a daydreaming that you had.
Was
Inside
that the one
inside a
where-
room with flowers.
Oh man, that was so long ago. Hold on. Hold on.
Josh going through all of his fucking notes, just like, oh, you know, my girlfriend had the first session today. She wrote 2 whole pages of notes in the first session, like full pages.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
2 whole pages of notes. I was like, damn, impressive. I don't have that many notes.
While he's looking through his notes, Aaro is kind of out of curiosity. It's been a while, but he's gonna sort of sit and meditate a little bit on towards the Moonweaver.
Okay. Wait. Roll d20 for me.
Okay.
You hear a small chant like you heard before. And you hear the word, "Find me in the mountain keep."
Yeah, as everyone's like searching for their god, I want to just
Will
keep moving
Do,
towards
lady.
Josh, as you see the window where the smell is coming from. You see the room you've been in before, but all the plants are dead. There's only like old roots.
Do the old roots have any life to them?
Nope, completely dead. Just a carcass.
So I feel a void of natural energy in this room.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to make my way over towards the window and try and follow my nose, because that seems to be the only reliable thing right
Just looks like the room you've been in before. There's nothing much more in there.
now. Okay.
Empty. As you make your way through the tower, you reach a gate. Open. On both of the sides of the gate, there's two golden statues with lances hitting the ground.
The Knights of Thoritopia.
So at no point did we run into a dead altar then, presumably.
No, not at all.
Yet.
Yet.
So.
Oh yes,
Hikiri,
the god of
Parva,
death
two.
is dead.
That's so ironic. It's ironic enough that I believe you do it.
It's so metal. The god of death is dead.
Just so I'm not missing anybody. Hikili, Parva, and who are dead?
Gauth, the god of wind.
But we saw loads, right? These are just the ones we recognize.
Yeah, this is the ones you recognize. There's many
But,
others.
we saw like shit tons.
How? Give us a number of how many we have seen.
From the path you took, around 16 bodies.
And we
That's
can,
a lot when you think of god, like
yeah,
those are gods.
if we're
Yeah.
if we're assuming they all are gods, that's a lot.
Okay.
County gods.
As you say that, Thori, you hear Grise's voice in your head. What are gods anyway?
Okay, yeah. Tinfoil hat moment. This
Fuck.
is not a place we should have found. This is an ancient ruin where the gods and humans of powerful means clashed. And those humans defeated some gods and have now taken some of their power and are seeking towards more to raise to that level.
Josh, I forgot to tell you something. When you
Quick
walk in,
count of the known gods,
when
there's
you walk-
27,
when
and
you-
16 are dead.
when
so
you-
that's over half.
27 that I've created.
Of the known gods, yeah. You also
Of the
said
known.
of the
Oh,
Hetana religion. There's not much known about them.
There's also could be some of these gods that are not known in the religion. Anyway, Josh, I forgot to tell you this. When you entered the city, you had a flashback to one of your memories.
To a what?
I'm sorry, I had a
Oh wait, sorry, no, this is another character who had the same sort of memory from the other campaign.
And you cut off while you were saying.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you cut off. It was fine. I didn't get anything, but
Everyone deafen for like 5 seconds, except Josh. As you reach the gate, you have one more vision. You see this city above the ground flying. An explosion and the city falls down into the ground and an explosion happens. You hear Hammy scream, "It can't be." And that's all.
That was fast.
That was really fast, yeah.
But the thing Josh was saying, like powerful humans fought with gods. What if there was a struggle amongst the gods? You know.
or maybe that the humans were fighting to see who would ascend to godhood.
Maybe like Neb is alive. She just gave Hamish a top up. So
But maybe some of the gods were here and some weren't. Maybe they were lured into a trap. Maybe this was their home on Earth. There are so many possibilities and ideas that could be.
we
Yes,
shouldn't just-
I
we
agree
shouldn't
there
just
is not enough to go on. It's even possible all of this is purely symbolic and not necessarily real corpses of actual gods at all.
Well, I did get the lightning sparkles when I touched the corpse.
Well,
No,
yes.
normal corpses do not give the lightning sparkling.
As you, what's happened to Nick?
He died. He came back. As soon as we say what's happened to someone, they come back.
Yeah. As you walk in through the gates, you find yourselves in a circular room with stairs going up, and on the top you see what it looks like to be a gigantic white crystal.
The Grand Hall of Thoritopia.
In the middle, you see three levers. One with the sun, one with the moon, and one with the sun and the moon.
I will just ask now, which one do we think should be pulled? I would do the pulling.
Or do we think it could be two at once?
I can.
I'm
half-twist now,
curious
half-twist.
about
I mean,
this.
two at once seems unlikely because there's one that has the two.
Do these symbols of sun and moon resemble the ones on my coin?
They're sort of similar, yes.
I point this out. I don't know what the significance is, you guys, but
Can I do a religion check to see if I recognize the bodies of the gods of the sun and the moon outside?
You can make a religion check, yes.
can I do that as well?
Yeah, sure.
It makes
You didn't find any bodies that resembled such things.
or
Okay,
bodies.
So we're inside the holy temple now, right?
Bless you.
Can I determine some like the significance of the similarity? Like, is there like a roll for it?
Okay,
It's hard to tell. Like they look similar, but at the same time they don't. It's hard to tell.
I push the levers. Well, this is a castle made entirely out of what appears to be gold. What was on the top?
A white crystal.
A white crystal. A white crystal that could be the sun. I say we
Sun
would-
is golden, sort of.
sort of.
Yeah, a moon would be white.
That's also a good point. Is either
Actually,
it will
the sun is more green. Is because of the atmosphere that it sort of distorts it and makes it a strange color.
Have you ever been outside of the atmosphere?
Where did you get this?
That's true as well.
I'm seriously confused.
The dragonborn starts dripping blood from his nose.
How about this? I go pull a random one. Naldo takes half of my hit points. Maybe wild shape before I do.
Yeah.
And we've got best at a flea.
I want to pull this one.
Which one are you gonna pull?
In my bones.
But the ability to transform into animals taking half of my hit points kind of helps.
If I die, I die.
Which one are you pulling then?
Alright.
And if I die, I rest in peace. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's do this.
It is not an honorable death for you, Hamish, but I agree.
I mean,
Rock, paper, scissors.
roll roll d3s. Roll d3s. The highest wins. Roll d3s. The highest wins.
I
D3s.
Slash roll d3.
3.
I wild shape into a reef shark as this is happening.
There's no water for you, bruh.
Nope, I'm just gonna sit there until things happen, or I puff back out of existence. Back into...
It said unrecognized command.
Yeah,
Slash roll d3.
That's what I typed.
Did you put a space after roll?
No.
Then that's why. Everyone doing it except Nick. Okay.
There we go.
30 wins.
40 wins. Fuck.
Which one are you pulling, Zay?
I will be pulling the one with both of them.
As that happens, it goes down and it comes back up. Nothing happens.
I make a snapping sound with my teeth and then point my nose at one of the sides, specifically the moon.
Okay, I pull the moon.
As you pull the moon, you see like there's a circular cog in the middle and it rotates once. But nothing happens. But the lever stays stuck in place.
I
As you pull it, the cock turns back and they both come back into place.
This is a puzzle.
So try moon again,
Okay.
and then the one that is both.
I pull moon. I pull both. And I pull sun.
And you see as a circular appear, a circle opens in the middle of the room, and from it something rises, and you see a forge, and that's where we end the session today.
Hey.
The Forger!
Ah.
As the forge is rising, the reef shark is just chomping its teeth and wagging its tail and then flopping around on the ground happily to see that we're actually accomplishing things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm giving it a hug so it stays, watered.
As the forge,
That's how I survived.
Oh god.
as the forge rises, so does Thori and Hamish.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
you literally give me my heart's desire and then end the session. What the fuck?
wait a minute, if we had, say we had a flying spell on a shark ridden by a raining dwarf, does that work?
I'm not
How
sure.
about this?
And we
A shark
wouldn't-
riding on a rumba that's getting ridden by a raining dwarf.
I'm not sure.
Like, what would happen if we attached a missile on said shark?
Oh my
We
god.
have a tornado.
Then
spell.
we-
A Sharknado, a fucking Sharknado.
No, we just need laser beams because it's a shark with frickin' laser beams.
Okay.
And the ability to cast 16
Um,
rock from like amphitheaters as we're riding
We
down.
only have 3 viewers right now, but during the session we had between 5 and 10, I think. Thanks so much for the people who watched until the end and the ones who watched during the show. If you didn't catch it today, it's totally fine. If you couldn't catch it all, it's going up on our YouTube soon enough. And we hope to see you next
The
week.
link yet?
See you next week, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good night.
See you guys.
Hey, see you.